Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Hooligans, live from the Real Talk Studios. I'm Kyle. We have Ralphie on the board today, running the operation.
Wentz is back, baby.
Wentz is back. The king is back,
He's
right?
back.
Yeah. This episode of the Hooligans is brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our public accountants. Make them yours. 301 Oxford Valley Road, Yardley, Pennsylvania. 215-369-3300. All right, Ralphie. So, King Carson is back.
Yes, he is.
He is back
Thank you,
under
God.
center. And I know that you, out of all people, are especially happy about this. And you know what? I got to admit, guys, I'm extremely happy that Carson Wentz is back because we're going to need him going forward, especially with the thin talent at the wide receiver position. And it wasn't pretty last week, dealing with Wallace being out.
Yeah.
Jay Ajayi getting hurt, Jason Peters going
And by the way, Ajayi is out this week.
He's out?
Yeah.
I heard Clement might be out this week. I also heard that Josh Adams might be our starter.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that to see what this young kid actually has. He was highly talented in preseason, and everybody loved him when we signed him as an undrafted free agent.
Yep.
So let's see what this kid has when the lights actually come on.
Yeah, I hope he performs. You know, he's huge. Like I
Yeah.
saw him in the preseason, and this guy had to be at least like 6'4", 220 pounds. Like he was huge, and I hope he does perform. But as historically, Notre Dame running backs are kind of a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see what he does as a starter. This is an opportunity for him to shine. So make the best of it. But yeah, Carson coming back is not only big for his path moving forward, but it's good for us because Nick Foles isn't going to be here next year. And we all know this, all right? And Nick Foles, everyone knows my opinion on Nick Foles. I love Nick Foles. I love him more than any quarterback in Eagles history. That's just my opinion. You could say McNabb, but McNabb never won the big game.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he never won the big game. And Nick Foles, he made me cry like a baby. No one's ever made me cry like a baby like that. And I'll never forget that night. But, yeah, Nick Foles, if I never see you again, I thank you for your time here in Philadelphia. But, yep, it's Carson's time. And I know a bunch of people on Twitter, I got their panties into a bunch. But, it is what it is. I got to defend my guy. But Carson Wentz is back.
Yeah, he's finally back, man. I'm so happy to have him back. It's gonna be a joy to see him run out of the tunnel on Sunday. I'm actually trying to go to the game, but I'll probably just stay home and watch it.
Yeah, this is one game before the season that I labeled myself not going to.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's the Colts,
Yeah.
all right? You should beat the Colts, especially with that horrendous secondary.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the worst in the league, if not the worst in the league. But Andrew Luck's going to, like I said, Andrew Luck's going to come in there try to light us up.
Yeah.
It depends on how our defense plays. Our defense, home and away, is night and day. And we will see if that trend continues tomorrow with Carson coming back. The things I've seen from when Carson has played the game, the defense usually lays off the gas pedal
Yeah.
because Carson goes down the field with such ease all the time. He's so quick. And they're like, since he's going so quick, we don't want to tire ourselves out.
Yeah.
With Nick Foles, you had more time to prepare because obviously Nick Foles moved at a much slower pace. So what I want to see tomorrow is obviously how Carson Wentz moves in and out of the pocket. I want to see how that leg holds up because, in my opinion, he's still not healthy. Like, you could say what you want about Carson Wentz. The guy's not 100%. You're putting him out there probably at 85% tops right now just to get him out there and get his feet wet because you're not going to hold him out the whole season. It's just not going to happen. So you want to put him in a game where you can view a weak defense coming into Philadelphia and put him in there as a tune-up game to see what he's got. So, hey, he's our starter. I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
I definitely am.
It's gonna be so much fun. I mean, the city. It felt like as soon as Carson got cleared, it felt like like the world or the weight of the whatever the saying is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? just came off, and like the city could breathe. Like, oh, we got Carson back, everything's gonna be fine. But going back to the Tampa Bay game, it also didn't help out the defense that the offense couldn't sustain a drive. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was always a 3-and-out here, and they were playing in 110-degree weather down on the field. So I mean, Tampa Bay players are used to it because they're practicing in it every day. Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't also great that the offense was going 3-and-out and having the defense come back on the field after a 10-second break. 10-second break. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? To be fair about what you just said, when Nick Foles drove them down the field, scored, the defense let it right back up.
Yeah.
And my friend called that. He's like, listen, this is what the Eagles do, and he's a diehard Eagles fan. They'd have someone in a backup role go down, help them progress, help them take the lead or tie the game up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you let O.J. Howard run fucking, 75 yards down the field. It's a joke. And, that one pass that Foles had to Aguilar at the end of the game, I don't even think Wentz could have dropped that dime. Like, that was a dime piece, like, in the back of the end zone.
I don't know.
It really was. Like, I mean, that's one of the hardest throws you can make. And I believe that was on 4th and goal. So that's why I love Nick Foles, because he's clutch.
Yeah.
He's a very clutch QB. Is he the best to look at times? No. I even admit that. He's a very goofy-looking QB, and that's why people, in my opinion, give him shit all the time because of the way he looks. But the guy won. All he does is win. And, that's what I respect. I want to win. I would take winning over looking good any day of the week. And that's why I preferred Nick Foles in some of those circumstances. But Carson Wentz, you're right. He's a great regular season quarterback. He had 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Yeah, he was about to be MVP of the league.
He was about the MVP. But you know what? I saw this before. I saw this with Donovan McNabb. All right?
But you can't go.
Yes, you can, Ralphie.
But Carson is better than Donovan McNabb. And that's facts.
Well, to be honest with you, from what I see out of 1 year, yeah, you're right. But over the longevity of a career, consistency, I'd still have to label Donovan a little bit better, just a little bit. All right, Carson can overtake him.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm going to say consistency-wise, I'm going to have to give it to Donovan McNabb as a regular season quarterback.
Okay.
So postseason quarterback, he's one of the worst. I think we could all say that. We could all admit that.
Yep, throwing up in the Super Bowl, what a way to go out in your career. You know what
Too much chunky soup,
Yeah, Campbell's. Seriously.
Garbage. But
so what do you think about that Tampa Bay game? You want to reflect on a little bit. The Eagles go down to Tampa Bay. They get rolled. Okay, yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They got rolled. Even though they made it a game at the end of it, they got completely rolled by Ryan Fitzpatrick, DeSean Jackson, Mike Evans. So, I mean, what are your takes away from the Tampa Bay game?
My takeaways are pretty self-explanatory. I was watching it on my live stream, and I was like, we're gonna come back in this game. We were down 27-7, I think, at one point, and I was like, we're gonna come back in this game because number one, Nick Foles is a winner. That's no debate. Number two, Nick Foles looked really calm at the end of that game. And honestly, if the defense didn't let it up, we were going to come back in that game. Because the defense couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed when we needed them to.
Yeah, well, the last drive that Tampa Bay put together, you got to get off the field, defense.
Yeah.
If you guys want to act like you're the top 5 defense, you got to get off the field.
Yeah.
With a minute and 40 left, and you let them get another completion to Mike Evans, a little curl route that they've been burning Jalen Mills on all game. You can't let that happen.
We would have 1,000% won that game.
Yeah. And I was telling my buddies, look, we're still in this game. You gotta get up 21 points before the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. They did that, and then it just came down to the defense, and they couldn't hold their own.
Yeah,
so.
The defense was brutal. They were miserable. And for Jalen Mills to go after the quote-unquote fake fans actually really pissed me off. Because if you're going to, as a football player getting paid millions of dollars to do your job as a football player, you did the exact opposite. You didn't do your job. You had DeSean Jackson go out for a 9. The first play of the fucking game, you knew it was happening, and you were jogging. So what gives you the right to call the fans of Philadelphia fake for exposing your fucking soft-ass play on the field? Like, that shit pisses me off. I'm sorry, because Jalen Mills, he is what he is. In my opinion, he's a 7th-round pick. I see nothing in Jalen Mills that I would pay big money to, especially with the mouth that he just had, on Monday. That shit really pissed me off, and you know what? I do like when players call out the fans to an extent, not when you have a poor game like that. Shut your mouth and play the fucking game. I have a huge problem with that. And the defense was the main issue on Sunday.
Yeah.
And, I hope they come to play tomorrow because we need them. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
Really do agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. But as for the game tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not scared one bit about this game tomorrow. I know I said this last week, but with Carson Wentz coming back, there's no reason to lose to this team. Like, if you lose to this team, something's wrong. Because the Colts have the worst secondary in the league, the worst up-front pressure in the league. They have 5 injuries on both the offensive side and defensive side of the ball combined. You're coming to a hostile environment. You know, Frank Reich is coming back. I forgot that part. But it doesn't matter because our talent will outweigh what they have. And look who's popping in right now. Look who it is. Fashionably late. But, yeah, tomorrow's a game where we really should not lose no matter what. And I can't wait, Ralphie. I really can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun to watch.
Yeah, it will be. And are the ticket prices still dropping or no?
Last time I checked, I did not see.
You're not seeing?
Yeah. Last time I checked, it was like still like 150, 160 area.
They went up then.
They did.
They went up because we were looking one day it was as low as $90, and then when I saw the next day it went up, the cheapest were going for $110.
Okay.
And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to buy tickets right now.
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Yeah.
that chance that
Yeah.
they're gonna drop again.
And I mean, you also
So-
can think about having the tickets coming back and Carson's coming back too. So the prices are going to go right up as well, for
I
that
expected that, but at first they didn't.
too. Oh, okay.
At first they were dropping, and then I was like, okay, wait till game time. And then when I saw that one day, and then the next day I saw they went up a little bit, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to take that chance. I gotta
Yeah.
get 'em. If I'm going to get them, I'm getting them right now.
Yeah.
And I did. So,
You lucked out.
yep.
You know, I'm still not going to game. Like, even if it were like $45, I probably still wouldn't even go. Like, you have to put all these factors into play, like how long you're going to be drinking that day, like the parking,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
concessions.
I like watching
Oh,
the game
yeah,
from
yeah.
home because I can focus in. I don't got fucking people bumping me and shit
Yeah,
like that,
cheapest-
getting up and stuff like that. You know, I get to I'm right there at the beginning
Yeah.
of the game. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Cheapest seats are going for $94.
Okay.
$95.
okay, for Carson Wentz's return, that must mean that there's an overcast. That must mean, because with Carson Wentz coming back, you know, the golden boy of Philadelphia, you would expect it to be 150 minimum.
Yeah.
So
There's
something
a
has to be
ticket in
happening.
110, row 20, going for $137.
What's that?
$137.
No, what section again?
110.
110? Oh, wow.
And that's actually after taxes. That's 160, 170,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or after fees and all that crap. That's actually like an amazing deal.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But what are since you arrived late, what are your takes on the Tampa Bay game last week?
since I arrived late, you can thank my asshole friend for that, dragging me down the shore to see the sunrise at 6 in the morning, and fishing and surfing. Got some of that in, but you can thank him for being late. Look, I said this to you, and I'm going to say it on here. I cannot fault Nick Foles for his performance.
Nope, nobody
at
can.
all. He didn't play that bad. He didn't play great, but he didn't play bad.
Yeah.
The receivers, like, I'm looking at the matchups. We're so little with depth, obviously, at the receiver position. So little, even at the running backs with the injuries at the running back position. But the matchups, how come they weren't pounding the whole, handing it off to Corey Clement 20, 30 times?
Yeah.
Your guess
Corey
is as good as
Clement
mine.
was the one doing really. He was the only one on the field doing anything
Mm-hmm.
out there. And every time they gave it to Corey Clement, 5 yards, 10 yards, 15. I think he had a run of 30 yards as his longest.
Yeah.
He should have been getting the ball every single chance he got, especially with the depth we had at the receiving position, especially with the other guys around him who were hurt at the running backs position, and these matchup problems on the defensive side of the ball, which I don't know. So Corey Clement should have been getting the ball more. And I'm looking at the first play of the game, which I saw coming, by the way. I said, oh, they're going to try to throw it to Deshaun Jackson right here. And what did they do?
Everyone knew that was coming.
But
Everybody
why is
knew that was
Jalen
coming.
Mills, who has nowhere near as the amount of speed as Deshaun Jackson have on Deshaun Jackson,
Yeah.
why is Ronald Darby, the fastest cornerback on the team, not on Deshaun Jackson? Mills, I don't care what the matchup is height-wise with Mills. He should have been on Mike Evans. Ronald Darby should have been on Deshaun Jackson. Why they did not do this, why they did this, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Now that's reasonable. I understand where you're coming from.
Well, none of our corners are that great. Like, I mean,
Darby's not the best cornerback in the world, no.
Yeah.
But his speed
But
is
they-
the
but they
only
get the
guy you
job
gotta
done, though.
have.
Yeah.
He's the only guy you gotta have on Deshaun. He's the only one of your corners that is really gonna do the best job you would expect covering a guy like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're talking about putting Sidney Jones in the outside now.
Okay.
'Cause that's his natural position.
That's
you know?
his natural position.
Now-
I don't know about that because Sidney's been a great slot corner so far.
Yeah, but it's been 2 games. You know, and that's the thing. Like, when he played in Washington, he was outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to play him there. I know he had an Achilles injury, but you need to play him how you drafted him.
Yeah.
You
Well, he
can't-
was drafted in the second rounds.
Yeah, well,
You're
he was drafted in the
a
second
guy-
round because of his injury.
He was a top 10,
Top 10
prospect,
corner,
top
yeah.
15
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah, he would have
in
been.
the
He would have won
draft
top. He would have won
if
top
healthy.
10. Yeah.
You're drafting a guy in first or second rounds, a cornerback. You're not drafting him to play in the nickel. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no. And you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving him to the outside because I think Jalen Mills stinks. I think he's garbage. I think he's one of the worst talents we've ever had on the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, he's not. Get
yes,
the fuck
he is.
out of here.
Yes, he is.
You'd rather have Bradley Fletcher over him?
Yes.
Are
I
you
would.
fucking
I would,
kidding me?
yes.
Get the fuck out of
I would.
here.
No, I'm not
Get
joking.
the fuck out
I'm not
of here.
joking. I'm not joking. Like, to me,
Mills is holding his own against
to-
the best guys in
No,
the
he's
league.
not. To me-
after one bad game.
to me, Bradley Fletcher and Jalen Mills, same exact
Are you
player.
fucking
Same exact player.
Oh
And he had the audacity to call us fake
Somebody
fans.
bring me a pillow. Oh my God, I'm about to fall asleep. I can't believe you just said
I
that.
Oh, I'm
can't
serious.
believe that either.
Jalen Mills
They're-
and Bradley Fletcher, the same player.
They're both the same exact player. Both burnt toast.
Here.
Both burnt
Oh
toast.
my God.
The guy was
That's
jogging.
ridiculous.
He was
Say
jogging.
that again. Say that again.
Say what?
About Bradley
That's
Fletcher.
ridiculous.
Bradley
That's
Fletcher and
true.
Jalen Mills are the same exact player. The same exact player.
That's crazy. I can't believe you
Both
said
burnt
I'm
toast.
saving that.
Take that fake fans
I will
comment and
save
shove it up
that.
your fucking ass.
that. That's the only reason why you're mad. That's the only reason why you're saying it, because that pissed you off. You need to sleep on that.
Who wouldn't that?
Go take a nap and then wake up and then we redo the show, all right?
My
I
God.
can't believe that.
I can't believe I just heard that.
I can't believe you just said
I
that.
think-
Jalen Mills and Bradley Fletcher are the same exact player.
Okay, why aren't they? Tell me.
Because Jalen Mills is better than Bradley
How?
Fletcher. Dude, Bradley Fletcher got burnt on almost every single route he tried to cover.
Where was our pressure during those years?
Oh,
up
my
front?
God.
We had
Jesus
better
Christ.
pressure those years.
I
up
don't think
front.
so.
Yes, we did. We had Trent Cole, Connor Barwin, a younger Fletcher Cox, a scheme fit in Cedric Thornton and Benny Logan, a scheme fit in the nose tackle position. Like, we probably had, arguably, we had a better front than we did.
And now we have Michael Bennett, a Super Bowl champion. We have Fletcher Cox, a Super Bowl champion. Chris Long, a Super Bowl champion.
what does that have to do with anything?
It means that they've won something, and it's
And?
better pressure.
I can't I can't believe you just said
Is he
that,
really
dude.
saying this shit, dog?
Oh, my God.
Hey, look,
Oh,
Tom
jeez.
Tom Morone on Facebook
Okay,
said,
Corny-
I'm jacked up.
I can't believe
Is Kerry Williams, who's better, Kerry Williams or Jalen Mills?
Kerry Williams or Jalen Mills. I hate both of them equally.
Dude, you're,
Dude,
just turn your fan.
I'm gonna give it to Mills. I'll give that one to Mills.
So
you won't
Kerry,
take-
so
so you
Kerry
won't take
Williams
Mills.
is better than Bradley Fletcher.
Wait, what?
So
no,
Kerry
no,
Williams-
Bradley Fletcher is better than Kerry Williams. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait, who cost us that Saints game
Which
in
one?
the playoff game?
And the NFC, what was that? Wasn't that the NFC Championship game?
No, that was a wild card game.
It was the wild card game.
Nick Foles started that game.
I think it was Kerry Williams.
It was Kerry Williams.
Well, you mean the horse collar tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kerry Williams.
Yeah, on Sproles.
Wasn't
So.
great that Sproles, returned a punt all the way down to our 40, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember that game like it was yesterday because it was fucking freezing out.
Oh, and Patrick Chung, who got burnt on the
Burnt.
on one of the
Straight
Sucks.
burnt. Yep.
who got burnt by Robert Meacham on one of the last
Yep.
Saints field goals.
Yep.
Robert Meacham.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Who's Robert Meacham?
Yeah, those were a lot of bad years.
I just
guys.
can't believe that came out of your mouth, man.
Is Nnamdi Asamoah better than Jalen Mills?
Nnamdi Asomugha is an all-time great. Not here, but overall.
I'm talking Philadelphia Nnamdi
No,
Asamoah,
he was terrible
not the
here.
one on the fucking Raiders.
He was
where
ter-
they-
he
was-
where they were
wasn't-
actually running him
Well, we
right
paid
there.
Adamni. He deserved that money, but when he was here, he was terrible.
He was horrible.
Horrible here.
He just
Terrible.
didn't fit your bill. Well, that could have been because he was in
And-
Oakland and no
and
one
he
gave
also
a shit.
didn't-
Oh, is
And he
Dimitri
also-
Patterson better than Jalen Mills?
Listen, you're bringing up guys that I don't care about. all
Yeah,
right?
but you're saying Jalen Mills.
I don't
is
care about
one-
Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills is one of the worst talents we've
I
ever
think he's
had
horrible.
here.
I think
okay,
he's awful.
Okay, and I'm not defending him after
So what
last
happens
week.
if he comes out and has 2 interceptions against Andrew Luck?
What
are you
happens
gonna
if he has
Pure
a pick,
luck.
What happens if he has a pick 6 and 3 interceptions?
Pure luck.
Pure
do?
luck.
Pure luck. Jesus.
Where was that last week
Take your
against
headset
fucking
off.
Ryan Fitzmagic, whatever the fuck his
Jesus
name
Christ.
Kirk Coleman.
You know
had 3
that
picks.
wasn't Jalen Mills' fault on the first play of the game. You know that, right?
is. Everyone knew it was going to Deshaun Jackson. Everybody did.
Okay, then tell Malcolm Jenkins that then.
Okay, Malcolm.
I blame the Eagles' defensive scheming for that. I don't even blame Jalen Mills.
Yeah, I know. It was Malcolm
Mills
Jenkins.
had no business
It was
being
Malcolm
on.
Jenkins' fault, though.
Mills had no business being on fucking Deshaun Jackson.
It was Malcolm Jenkins' fault, though, the first play of the game.
They pumped him out, but
I've never seen Ryan Fitzpatrick throw a ball further than he did that first play of the game. I was like, "Are you kidding me? They didn't see this coming." We did it in Washington. We did it. I've seen it every single time we've played Deshaun Jackson. They always go to him first, always. Like nothing changed there. So I don't understand what the fuck like everyone's saying. Whatever. What do we got on Facebook?
Tom said he's jacked up.
Of course he is.
Let me see. Jordan Noss says Peters and Hicks are back. Jordan also says going to be a few series before he gets the flow going. Chrome says because he all on your Clement thing said because Clement is an impatient in the run game, great in the passing game, but still learning and developing his run game. Anyone who watches and pays attention would understand and realize that.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Michael
I love you, Chrome.
Wesley Chrome, is that
Yeah,
him?
it's Chrome. Yeah,
Good to see your co-host decided to show up.
I love it.
Oh my god. And Chrome. Chrome's actually the guy that dissed me on Twitter the other day.
Which one? You had so many people in my timeline dissing you
Oh
on
my
Twitter the
god,
other day.
dude. Like
You
that.
were all over my timeline, like Kyle
Yeah.
Meager.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
No,
damn.
Chrome dissed me because I think he's like a Wentz lover, and it's understandable. It's understandable. A lot of people love Wentz.
I'm a fucking Wentz lover too.
Okay,
Wentz
Shit.
lover.
everyone
so-
loves Wentz.
I pray to God sometimes, and I pray to Carson sometimes. So,
Yeah.
it's just, hey, whatever day I feel like praying to Carson.
Hey Chrome, I still love you, pal. I have nothing against you, but thanks for the comment on Twitter. I appreciate it. But no, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow. I want to see how he does after his long layoff, and it's against the worst secondary in the league, so it's a good tune-up game. I'm expecting a stat line. I'll say this right now: 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 275 yards, 25 rushing yards, and that's the stat line for Carson Wentz. What do you got?
I got 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 300 passing yards, 20 rushing yards,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go and say 22 for 30.
22 for 30.
Yeah.
I got I think, to be completely honest, I think this game is going to be a run-heavy game.
Mm-hmm.
Carson's not going to throw a lot. I would say about he'll get like 27 passes off.
Mm-hmm.
If he's got to throw 45 times, that means we're in deep shit. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
He
Like
may.
last week with Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been.
So I think this is gonna
48
be-
passing attempts. Come
Yeah.
on.
I think this is going to be a run-heavy game just to take a little bit pressure off of Carson and let him get set. I think when Carson is ready to go is when he takes that first hit. You know, when he just gets shoved down to the ground. I
Yeah.
think that's when his mental game.
Oh, you're
is
gonna
like,
be holding your fucking
yeah.
breath.
Oh, everybody is. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everybody should. But I got Carson going 23 for 28,
Okay.
2
Ooh.
touchdowns, no interceptions. I would say 265 in through the air.
Okay.
265
Okay.
through the air. I just don't see him throwing the ball that much just because of him coming back with the knee, and I think the running game will be there as well.
Right.
Even though we're missing Ajayi and Darren Sproles, I think Clement can take over. Hopefully, he can be the back that we need him to be and be patient finding the holes. But other than that, I think this is going to be a run-heavy game for us.
It could be. I mean, it should be, honestly, but you never know with Carson Wentz and how Doug Peterson draws up his game plan.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, if you look at that secondary in the Colts arsenal, like they don't have anybody. So if you're gonna put Carson Wentz out there and have him throw, like you said, 40 times a game, like, am I against it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I can see it because you see what kind of defense you're going against. And if you don't have the right running backs to pound the ball with, you might end up throwing the ball 40
Yeah.
times. So it's definitely something to look out for. I just see us winning either way. The Colts don't scare me. And plus, even if we
Defense is the worst in the league.
yeah, even if the Colts somehow some way pull out an upset victory, it's an AFC game, so
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. But we
Jordan
gotta win.
also says at least 1 touchdown by Clement.
1 touchdown. Is he even
I
playing?
like Josh
Yeah,
Adams
Clement's fine, yeah.
as an underrated part of this game because they just promoted him up off the practice squad. He was really good at Notre Dame. I think they'll share the load with Clement and Josh Adams personally, because I never liked Wendell Smallwood. I was shocked he made the
sucks.
team.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
horrible.
Well,
dude.
I'd rather have him than Donnell Pumphrey, to be
Oh,
completely
that's true.
honest.
I'd rather keep Smallwood for another year than keep Pumphrey.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Pumphrey was a bum.
He was horrible.
Yeah,
dude.
when I actually felt kind of bad because he was on Twitter, and when he got released or cut, so many people went after him, and he deleted
Good.
his Twitter.
I know.
I felt
Not
kind
mine.
of bad.
Not my problem. no
See
more.
ya.
Couldn't
Yeah.
catch a punt. That's not my problem.
That's true. You know, it's the NFL. You're getting a big boy paycheck.
Like how, like we brought you in here to groom yourself to be, our Darren Sproles whenever Darren was ready to go. You know,
Right.
how can you not at least catch a punt?
Yeah.
You gave me $10,000. If you gave me $500,000 to go catch a ball 3 times out of the game, I'm doing it. I'm catching every one. Hell
Well-
yeah, I am.
Well, it was an awful pick to begin with because I remember we picked him over Jamal Williams, and I really like Jamal Williams from BYU, and now he's on Green Bay lighting it up as a 4th-round pick. So that was one that really pissed me off. But he's gone, he's out of here, so I don't really.
You
have
know
to deal
who
with it
pissed
anymore.
me off that we cut or passed up on, and now he's doing good well elsewhere?
Who?
Deion Lewis.
Deion Lewis.
I like Deion Lewis. He was on the Eagles, and they traded him for Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah.
Goes on to New
Jesus
England, and he's
Christ.
running all over everybody and shit.
Now-
I'm
now he's
like,
in Tennessee,
wow.
still doing
Now
the
he's
same
in
thing.
Tennessee doing good, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, I liked him and McCoy, but
Well, that's what the whole thing about every Philadelphia team was like. If we had young players, we didn't allow the young players to grow into what they could be. You know what I mean? If they
Yeah.
had a bad year, then it was like, oh well, this dude's not panning out. Let me ship them off to somewhere, get a veteran player in, and now look at what Deion Lewis is doing.
Right.
You know, just for an example.
Yeah, I mean, Deion Lewis, he was a good back with us. He wasn't a great back. He really came into his own with the New England Patriots. But everyone comes into their own as a Patriot.
Yeah.
So what Bill does is he brings in these guys, and they're disposable. You use them, and then you send them off somewhere, and they're not as good as they
he's just
were.
next man up.
Next
That's
man
the
up.
thing.
Like their coaches. Like, that's my lock of the week, by the way. The Patriots covering the spread against the Lions. Because
What is the spread? I got him winning.
It's
just-
6.5.
Oh, they're covering it.
They'll
That's-
cover
that's
the
easy.
fuck
That's
out of
pretty
that.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jordan says 1 touchdown by Ertz, 1 touchdown by Matthews, but I can't see the rest because of good old Facebook.
He has 1 touchdown Ertz, 1 touchdown Matthews, 1 touchdown Clement. I disagree with the Matthews point, but I could see the other ones.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you're
can't. I
biased
just can't. I
towards-
can't believe we brought Jordan Matthews.
He's
back.
horrible.
I can't believe we brought him back.
Listen. I'm not gonna dog him because he likes Jordan Matthews.
You like Jordan Matthews?
He's good.
He's good?
He loves
He's
Jordan
good.
Matthews.
Oh my god!
I love Jordan
If you
Matthews.
can't-
You love Jordan
If he
Matthews.
can't
No, I
make it on the
Yes, you
Pats
do.
and he can't make it on the Bills, and that says something
He
to
was
you.
hurt.
Oh, come on,
On the
man.
Patriots, he was hurt.
Oh my god. All right.
do
All right.
But here's the thing with Matthews right now. They brought him back for depth, and I really have a concern as to, okay, how's that going to fit on this team? Because you got 2 slot receivers, slot only kind of receivers running around, and it's like, okay, you're going to be asking somebody to not do what they're best at doing. You're going to be asking either Aguilar or Matthews to play on the outside, and both those guys are not outside receivers.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work no matter who plays on the outside. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Jordan Matthews thing. Do I like it? No. I was really fucking.
However, I think Jordan Matthews would ball out alongside Alshon Jeffrey, garnering all the attention on one side of the field.
Yeah.
But Alshon Jeffrey is not back yet, and who the fuck knows how long it's going to be before he gets back.
Yeah.
So,
So Crum says, not that I'm a Carson Wentz lover, but more than I'm a
I
complete
saw this.
fucking idiot or a person who tries to say shit without any substance. To draw up an attention for clickbait, I have a brain.
Crumb's a smarty.
when did he
I like
say?
this.
Where was this set at?
Facebook.
Facebook. Why can't I pull it up?
Chrome's a smarty. I like Chrome. Chrome is very smart because a lot of people don't think the way you do. Because I'm on Twitter, I don't give a fuck about Twitter. I'm on there just typing whatever I feel, and people bite.
You say that shit
They
for
eat.
attention.
They bite.
You say that shit.
You know-
for
you know
attention.
who-
You're a clickbaiter, dude.
You
You say that shit to get views and likes.
but do you know who else does that?
You're fucking fraud.
Skip
Skip
Bayless?
Bayless.
Yeah, you're Skip Bayless 2.0.
You're Skip's younger
Next
son.
week, I'm going to try to get one of those Skip Bayless things that you hold up with Skip Bayless, the sticks with Skip Bayless's face on it, like kind of how they do with Ryan Howard and they
Yeah,
do
like
with
the
Jay
fat
Wright.
heads?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the little fat heads. I'm gonna bring one in a Skip Bayless, and I'm gonna name it Kyle Jr.
Jeez.
Yeah,
the
Chrome-
other version of Kyle. It's
Yeah.
Kyle, and I'll be like this the whole time.
Yeah, Chrome, great comment, man. Like, honestly, yeah. I mean, I hate Twitter. I really do. But somehow, some way, I have 1,160 something followers. I don't know how I do. I just fuck around on there. It's just fun for me. You know that video that I have pinned on my profile right now that has 6,000 views?
You said what you said to make that video to get all them views.
No, to be honest with you, I
Yes,
actually
you
thought.
did.
No, actually, I felt that way. And I'll be completely honest with you. I admit everything I do.
I just saw how many views there were. I didn't even watch the video.
No, but honestly,
Did you watch it?
I got my
Which one?
The video he made? I didn't even see it.
on Twitter.
On
It's
Twitter?
It's pinned.
It's pinned.
Yeah.
We'll watch
didn't
that
see
break.
it?
We'll watch that break.
All right. I didn't see it, so.
No, and honestly, no. I put out my real thoughts because honestly, I was fuming that night because
Real talk, yeah, it's pinned. Yeah, I see it.
yeah. No, but I put my opinion out there because
What's it about? What's
it's
the
about Carson Wentz and Nick Foles.
Okay.
Like, it was basically my last thing I had to say about both QBs because Carson Wentz was coming back. And I didn't like how the whole offseason people would just dog Nick Foles. Like, they'd be like, he won you the Super Bowl and you just dog him. And they'd be like, oh, you were great, but you suck. Thank God Carson's coming back. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
No. Listen. I'm grateful for what Nick did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But don't forget us. You got us to 11-2 though, and got us to home field advantage.
I thought it was a combined team effort. I really did.
Come
So
on,
it-
dude.
No, I'm serious.
Oh,
Dude,
so it was
don't-
a combined team effort when Carson gets us there, but it's somehow not a combined team
No, it
effort
was.
when Nick Foles is in the
100%.
playoffs.
100%.
Is it a combined team effort when we're in the playoffs in
No,
the Super Bowl?
No, it is a combined team effort
All
because in the Minnesota Vikings game, the defense balled out. The Atlanta Falcons game, the defense balled out. The Super Bowl, the defense was non-existent, and Nick Foles balled out. So it was a
So
combined.
somehow that's not a combined team effort.
No, it is a combined team effort.
God. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl all by himself.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
he did.
Oh my
he
God.
did. He pretty
Oh,
much. Guys,
God.
guys, he pretty much
Who's
did.
strip stack Brady on the biggest play?
That was one play.
Oh my
It
God.
was the biggest
and
play.
it was the biggest play of the game,
It was
right?
the biggest play of the game.
Okay.
I'll admit that.
Thank you.
Because without that strip sack, we may have lost.
Yep.
I'll admit that.
So if Brandon Graham gets shipped out of here, right?
I wasn't a big Brandon Graham fan, but last year he sold me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So Marcus Anthony Rodriguez says Jordan. This is on Facebook. Jordan
Okay.
Matthews first year, he had almost 1,000 yards and 8 TDs. He's good enough in the slot, but not as a number one. I can't see the rest because of good old Facebook.
He's like a
reviews.
number 3. Like, I mean, like, I just
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
a
I'm
number
saying.
3.
He's a slot only
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's a number 3 that was acting like a number 1.
Yeah.
And you can't put that much pressure on a guy that just doesn't have number 1 talent. And he would drop everything coming his way. So
he
hopefully,
wouldn't.
yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
No, he
had
wouldn't.
hands of stone, buddy.
The 1 year, which was just so happened to be his best year,
Wait, what?
he dropped a lot of balls in 2015, and statistically, that was his best year.
Do you remember watching that year? How many balls he dropped?
He dropped a lot.
And that
Yeah.
was his best year.
He dropped a lot.
Yeah,
and
but
then we got him off the team, and now look at Nelly.
And then he, which
You know what I mean?
Aguilar hasn't even put up that many stats in a season.
But he was better than when he was with Matthews.
No, he wasn't.
Oh my God.
No, he wasn't.
Okay. You're all clueless.
he doesn't he never really liked Nelson Aguilar to begin with.
I still don't think he's really that good.
Yeah, I mean
Ah, man.
his
700 receiving yards all 3 years. J-Matt's here. He's got 800.
yeah, but he was the number 1 target for Wentz, like literally the number 1 target.
Which is what I'm saying. If he played alongside a true number 1 receiver, he'd be having 1,300 yard seasons up in this bitch. He'd be a Pro Bowler.
1,300 yards.
Yeah.
That's a reach.
He'd be open a lot more than he was those 3 years.
Yeah, but that's how Ertz came into his own because when you stretch out the field, Ertz is wide
Well, it
open.
helped Ertz's game more too.
Yeah, but I can't agree with that 1,300 yards. But it's
I
your opinion.
think it's definitely possible.
It's your opinion.
Keith
You know?
says have the Eagles
Had a 1,000-yard
picked up
season
a
without
receiver other than Matthews in the last few days.
No.
No, they have not.
Nope.
No, they have not, Keith.
And did Macklin come in? I'm seeing this too. Did Macklin come in? No, he did not. And
He will be if
they're
Alshon
going to-
I
can't
don't
go
want him.
next week.
They're
I
going to
don't
bring
want
him.
He's coming in.
They're going to bring him in for a workout next week.
and
but-
he's
and
fucking
the reason
injured
why
again.
they haven't done that
And
yet
he's injured again.
is health.
Yeah, he's
and that's
injured.
His,
Yep.
it's his concern moving
I don't
forward.
want him. I don't want Macklin. Like I'd rather just keep it in the past.
I'd have to see Macklin because I don't know what we'd be getting into.
You know what I will say this: the one person we're missing big time, he plays down in Detroit right now. LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount.
Oh yeah,
Missing him.
He's a winner.
big
I liked
time,
LeGarrette
dude.
Blount too, man.
Big time.
Yeah, but we weren't gonna pay him that much.
No, I didn't think so either. It sucks, but
But listen, I will say this right here, right now. There's a possibility we can get him back
yeah.
because the Detroit Lions, they suck.
If they keep on falling, I'll call Detroit, dude. I would love to have LeGarrette Blount. He was that guy to where like in the Chargers game last year when we were up by 2 with a minute and 30 left. You just fed him the ball and he just kept on getting the first downs to close out the game.
Right.
And that's what we're missing on this team, man.
We are.
We're missing that. You saw it in the Atlanta game. On opening night when we were up, we didn't have anybody to close out the game as a power back. You know what I mean?
The Mariano Rivera of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, yeah, seriously, he really
is.
was.
Yep.
Keith says, Dez, Britt, come on.
Kenny
I
Britt?
guess so. And then Marcus Anthony Rodriguez says, yeah, true. Next to a number 1, Matthews thrives with Alshon and Nelson.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's definitely behind Alshon and Nelson. Like, no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, skill wise, there's no doubt about that. Like, I mean, once Nelson Aguilar started catching the ball, you saw his true colors, and it's pretty fucking good.
All
man.
700 yards of him.
You can't judge it
Nothing,
based off
dude.
that.
That is nothing.
The guy, I didn't see the guy drop a pass last year.
He dropped several. You kidding me?
I didn't see it.
He did.
I didn't remember.
He did.
Well, you show me which passes he dropped, and I'll go back to it.
He
and watch.
dropped passes.
Keith
I
also
don't
says there are
remember
enough guys in the locker room to keep bad guys good, if you know what I mean.
it. Elaborate.
There's enough
guess.
leaders in the locker room
to bring in
keep
a bag
yeah.
like a head case like Dez to at least settle them down.
There's a reason why they're not even giving him a look.
Well, there's a reason why Dez ain't even on a team yet. Dude,
Yeah.
there's
There's
a
a
lot of
reason
teams other than us in the league that need wide receivers, and nobody's calling Dez. There's
Yeah.
got to be a reason.
Yeah.
The Jags need help on wide receivers. Well, they didn't last week.
They don't need him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
But
Dolphins.
The Dolphins need help. We need help. And there's other teams out there that need wide receiver helps as well. But I mean, nobody wants to call Dez.
Yeah.
So
Des Bryant, I tell you the truth, I do like Des Bryant. He can't get separation like he could in the past, but at the same time, he would definitely help us because we're not asking him to get separation. We're just asking him to be a role player.
yeah.
And I wouldn't mind bringing someone like that in. Now, this past week I had a huge problem with Howie Roseman because he didn't even try to go get Josh Gordon. And to me, Josh Gordon would have put us even more over the top because the guy's a generational talent. Now, can he stay off the weed? We don't know. But the Patriots gave up nothing for the guy.
I will tell you this: the team that saved Josh Gordon is the team that he's on right now.
the Patriots.
Yeah, and that's just straight facts.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally. I mean, look at Michael Floyd. What happened 2 years ago when Michael Floyd got in that trouble with the cops? You know what I mean? He comes to the Patriots. Has a good year, a mediocre year. But I mean, the Patriots are like.
Michael Floyd has 3 DUIs.
What do you mean?
He's got 3 DUI arrests.
Does he?
Why are these football players so stupid to drive their cars when they drink?
Because
I don't know.
they have a big head.
Well,
and they're
see,
like,
Michael
I make millions of dollars. And if you think about it, if you're a wide receiver in Philadelphia, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Michael
and
Floyd.
you're drinking, you're like, oh, well, I won't get in trouble because the cops know me. I'm
No.
a player for the Eagles. You
That's
know what
how
I
they
mean?
make their money.
No, you know what I mean? No, like seriously, like think about it.
But Michael Floyd, 2 of them were when he was a football player at Notre Dame. Because I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
I remember both of them actually.
Yeah.
And then the one was
But
I
I
think
mean,
when he was
Arizona
with
let him
Arizona,
go.
I think. Yeah, and then the third one with Arizona is when
Yeah.
they cut him.
Is when they cut him, and then
Yeah.
he went to the Pats and had a good year with the Pats.
Yeah.
It's like the Pats are like the rehab team. Seriously,
Yeah, they are.
if you got a player that needs help, you just send them to the Pats and they just get him right.
Yeah, that's it.
You know.
He wants to hear how awful Rutgers is doing right now.
What's the score?
35-6 Buffalo at halftime.
It's about
Are
right.
you guys losing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. To Buffalo?
I stopped.
That is terrible.
I stopped. Like I can't do it. I can't do it.
You're allowed to switch colleges if you want
No,
to.
I'm not. I'm loyal.
Jesus
Just like I'm loyal with the
Christ.
birds.
When they play Penn State, they'll be long gone by then.
Yeah.
What?
When they play Penn State.
Oh,
They're
damn.
already long gone.
They might drop 70 on you.
And Penn State sucks. They almost
And
lost
Penn
to
State's
Illinois.
not even that
Almost
good.
lost to Illinois again, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, not almost because like the
Rutgers
final
is
score would
playing
say
Michigan State on-
differently, but
What happened?
Rutgers is playing Michigan State on their senior day
At Rutgers, right?
at Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
It's on Michigan State senior day.
well, you never know because like Michigan State, they're known to like keeping games close with us. So you just never know. Putting fucking Connor Cook out there and shit.
All right. All right.
But all right. Anything else over there on Facebook?
I'm gonna go ahead and look for you.
Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, no, nothing else. If you got any over on YouTube, you can go ahead and.
All right,
them off as well.
YouTube. Yeah, it's actually flying right now. Dave Roska said, "What's up, boys? I'm ready for Rams and Chargers tomorrow, and today I'm watching Young and Hungry, season 3, episode 9, between Josh, Gabby, and Lovefest." Good shit,
I love David.
Good shit, Roska.
And the Phillies are going to get the NL East clinched on them tonight.
Yeah, about
It's
that.
already 4-0 in the second inning, Atlanta.
It's
Incredible.
over.
Fire Gabe Kapler immediately.
He's not the problem.
Throw 'em
Dude,
off the
all
list.
you do is just repeat what you say.
Because
You
I
fucking
stick with what I
you're
say.
Skip Bayless 2.0.
I stick with
We've
what I
proved
say.
you wrong on Gabe Kapler
Listen,
fucking
I-
30 million
I
times.
stick with
and
what
you,
I
and you
say.
go and repeat yourself
Dude,
over and over
I
again.
stick-
That is all you do. That is Skip Bayless.
No,
S.
no. I
That
stick
is
with
Skip
what I
Bayless.
say. All right, I'm
We've
consistent.
already
I don't
fucking
flip
explained
flop.
it. No, we've already explained
No,
this shit to
no.
you. You don't listen to us.
No,
I ain't listening
no.
to you. That's the way that's gonna
No,
be.
no, it's not. Listen,
That is the way it's gonna
Gabe
be. 'Cause you're not
Kapler.
listening to
All
us
right.
when we explain shit to you.
Gabe Kapler can't hit and pitch at the same time.
Okay, he's
does he
the
make
one,
the lineups?
He's
Yes.
the one fucking putting Scott Kingery as shortstop in the ace spot every night, Hoskins in the 2-hole every night. We've already explained all this shit to you, and freaking Odubel Herrera in the cleanup spot today. I think I saw.
What
It was
is-
somebody who shouldn't have been in the fucking cleanup spots batting cleanup today.
Yeah, but
You just got served, Kyle.
how do I get served? Someone that shouts over you is getting served. That's what Tom does.
As Drupal Cabrera's batting in the cleanup spot. Get the fuck out of here.
Who's pitching for the Braves?
I don't even know.
The Foltz.
Doesn't even matter.
Foltz or
Fuck is
whatever
that
his
guy?
name is.
Yeah, but
Yep.
whatever. No, but you know what, guys? I would be patient with it. I'm sorry. I'm not a Phillies fan. I understand that. But he's getting another year
I've seen
regardless.
enough. Get the fuck out of here.
He's getting another
They're
year
going
regardless.
to obviously give him another year because
Yeah.
Clentak's a fucking idiot too, and he also needs to go. And he's heading into his 4th year of being a fucking general manager,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know how to fix a bullpen. He's got Luis Garcia trotting out there every fucking
With a
year. The
17
guy
ERA.
sucks.
With a
He's
17
been with the
ERA.
Phillies for 3 years, and they keep him here.
Yeah.
He can't stay between the minor leagues and freaking the MLB team. He needs to get the fuck out of here. Get a fucking real closer.
Jordan Arnos said, "You guys need a Snickers."
You guys need a Snickers, yeah. I saw that.
Nah, it's cool. Like, I mean, I listen. I say things sometimes that generate that kind of response, and it happens. But
You do a lot.
No, but
You need to knock it off.
I truly
It's
believe.
Skip Bayless-esque.
No, I truly believe that you guys need to give him another year. Just let him.
Well,
I've
he's
seen
gonna-
enough to not
he-
give him another
He's gonna
year.
get it. He's gonna get it.
They're
even
going to
if
give
me
it
and
to
Rob
him
don't
because
like it.
they're
Yeah.
going to give it to him because
it's
Clentak
Clentak's guy.
also doesn't
It's
know what he's
Clentak's
doing,
guy, yeah.
and it's his guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Clinton.
But I've seen enough to fucking want to get rid of Clentak too.
Yeah.
because he's been here freaking 4 years now and doesn't know how to fucking fix a bullpen.
Yeah. Keith says, "Does Michael Jack ever want a coach?" Well,
I don't think
I'll
so.
take Chase Utley as a coach.
And to be honest with you, I didn't.
I'll take
I
Chase
didn't
Utley
even,
as a baseball mind.
I did not even want
At least
Clint.
he won't be in the books 24/7 looking at the analytics. I'll take that.
I like that one comment you guys posted the other day. He was like, "Would you be against or for throwing him off the wall?"
Oh, I'm for. I'm for. I'm for. I'll catapult him off the fucking wall.
Oh my God.
I'll catapult him off. See ya.
Jesus.
But I didn't even want Gabe Kapler as the manager to begin with. I wanted Dusty Wathan the whole time, and I would have rather have had Girardi over Gabe Kapler.
Yeah.
But I wanted Dusty from day one, and it was down to Dusty and frickin' Kapler, and they went with Kapler. So I didn't even want him.
Yeah. I mean, the Chase Utley thing, I think you guys are you're doing what I'm doing, all right, with Chase Utley, what I'm doing with Nick Foles. Chase Utley, God in Philadelphia, all right? He's a great player. Like, he probably could be a Hall of Famer if he didn't have an injury. But what are you looking at? Oh, nice.
I've never seen them win that badly.
No, but Chase Utley is a god. Like, people love him even though, like, you know, they just love him. No matter if he did anything bad or good,
Well,
they
because
love
he
him.
played the game right, dude.
Yeah. Well, he was a good
played the
defender.
game
He was a
right.
great defender.
And he was a great hitter.
Yeah. Well, he was a better
He
defender.
was an all-around great player, dude.
Yeah, he's a
he played the game right. He was never in trouble. He never got in trouble
Except for
with the
taking out that
PEDs.
guy's knees. But other
Oh,
than
that, he was with the Dodgers. And it was
Yeah.
against the Mets, so I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't piss me off.
That was
a little.
brutal.
Yeah.
that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
He fucking dove into
But
him.
he played the game hard though. I mean, that's what you want out of your players. Play the game hard.
Yeah, Chase Utley was really good.
Yeah.
I liked him. Like, he was, to be honest with you, I'm saying this, he was Jeter-esque. Like, the guy's likable. He played the game right, like you said.
Yeah. Never got in trouble with the law. Never
Yeah.
took the steroids. He played it straight, man.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have to give you credit on that one. Now, in my opinion, like Ryan Howard, I think he doesn't get as much credit as he deserved. But
That's a tricky one.
well, yeah, but Ryan Howard was a beast. Like,
When
I mean,
he in his prime, he was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
see, what the thing with Howard is once he got figured out, he never adjusted.
yeah,
Once pitchers started figuring out pitch it to him low and away, he would bite every single fucking time.
yeah,
And
he's a strikeout artist.
yeah, and after the Achilles injury, he was just never the same
Yeah,
player
was
ever
never the
again
same, yeah.
after tearing his Achilles.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, like,
But it was both of those two things that led to the fall of Ryan Howard.
Yeah.
Keith Enberg said stuck in the 90s, I guess. I don't know what he's referring to, but
Because he was saying would love Larry Bowa about coming back, bring in Mickey Morandini.
yeah, you guys got to move on. The 90s is a
why I
long
said,
time ago.
sorry.
Dude,
Sorry, stuck
Larry
in the 90s,
Larry Bowa, I would take it as a manager over
Uh-huh.
Gabe Kapler,
What?
but yeah, are you fucking kidding
Really?
me?
You need a baseball mind,
Easily.
dude. You
Larry-
need a baseball
Larry
mind.
Bowa-
Any fucking day.
I remember watching
But
games.
Larry
on-
Bowa was a little nuts, though, and
Yeah.
I was actually happy they got rid of him.
Yeah.
He was a little too nuts, and then when they brought Charlie in, it was like a complete reflash, like everything freaking Larry Bowa wasn't.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Manuel was a player's coach.
Yeah.
And Larry Bowa seemed really self-centered, and that's really
I don't know why you guys got rid of Charlie Manuel. Dude, he was fucking.
we had to. His time was
he
up.
was a beast.
Yeah, but his time
Yeah,
was
his
up.
time was up, though, dude.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
time was up when that happened. But then they brought Ryan Sandberg in, and he
Oh,
was
God.
he was
You want to talk about another Gabe Kapler?
he was not a major league manager.
No,
he
he's
was
not.
not a major league
You
manager.
guys really hate Gabe Kapler.
Within 1 year,
Dude stinks.
Ryan Sandberg had lost control of the locker
Looking
room.
like a hot dog and shit.
Yeah.
He looks like a
me and
freaking
Kyle
lobster.
were talking real quick to go back on the Eagles. Me and Kyle were talking before you wanted to stroll in and shit like that because everything revolves around Rob. But
not really, not really.
but me and Kyle were taking what was your takeaways from Sunday's Eagles game against Tampa Bay? Like what was
Okay.
like one of your
Alright, yeah,
biggest
yeah.
takeaways?
My takeaway was
We won.
we didn't win. And my takeaway is I'd give the ball to Clement a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because Corey Clement, every time they were giving to him, he was getting positive yardage. He's real shifty. He's got speed. I'd give it to him freaking 20 times. I'd just pound the ball with Corey Clement. I think he'd have a 100-yard day. He could be a feature back
Yeah.
in this offense. He could. I'm not going to go that far and say that
Yeah.
because I do like Jay Ajayi more. But Jay Ajayi's not healthy, and I that's shocking because he came back into the game set last week.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can't play this week is like, what?
Yeah.
So that's a little weird. But I would never put Jalen Mills on anybody who's got speed like that. Like T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton's a fucking beast. He's on my
a
fantasy
beast.
team.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
I would probably have Darby on him,
Okay.
for example. But I don't know because Deshaun Jackson's faster than T.Y. But T.Y. Hilton's like your all-around receiver. He's even got a little bit of size. So.
Yeah, and Andrew Luck's throwing him the ball now.
Yeah.
So Andrew Luck, when healthy, is a top 5 QB. So
And he's got no offensive line whatsoever as well.
nope. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I really am. But anything else over there on Facebook?
Keith says with Carson kind of scared in the sense that teams will be trying to attack him and take him out.
Oh, easily. You
Yeah.
know, that's what they're going to be doing tomorrow. That's what they're taught to do tomorrow.
And that's what I was trying to say. Where like I think when Carson steps in and takes that first hit, is when he can feel himself out. Like okay, I'm really ready to go after
Yeah.
that first hit. So I think Carson will be fine. It's just that can the offensive line, and we know that what that offensive line is capable of doing.
Yeah. No, they're going to be going for his leg.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%. That's what they're taught to do. And, they can do it because their tackling is near perfect. But, yeah, I just want him to play his game. Don't be afraid. Don't try to play any differently. If you're meant to play in the same way you did as last year, keep playing.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Just don't run into 2 linebackers head first.
Yeah.
Like, please stop doing that. But, yeah, I'm very excited, man. I really am. Let's go back over to YouTube, and we got some questions. Someone talked about how many people blocked me after I said Baker Mayfield was better than Wentz.
Oh, I saw at least 5 people said they blocked
Yeah,
you. At
yeah.
least 5
Really?
people, yeah.
Yeah.
I was right
I just
with
can't
him.
believe you said
I
that.
was right with him when he posted that.
Why would you
and
say
I know
something like
I
that?
know he posted that for attention, just
Yeah.
to get attention.
Why
to grow
would you
his
say
fucking
something like
profile.
that? Were you drunk that night?
Yes.
I had a
Were you
little bit.
drunk?
I had
A
a
little
little
bit.
Then don't stay off your phone.
But he didn't like excessively drink though.
Yeah.
I was with him. He had like maybe 5 beers.
Yeah.
So he didn't go nuts.
No, honestly, I'm going to be honest. I was really impressed by Baker Mayfield. Like, I mean, you guys
Baker
saw
Mayfield had a good game, but I would never go that far.
he was impressive, dude.
He impressed me. That's what I'm saying. He looked good.
Like I mean, that's why I kind of like put out that tweet. I was like, the Browns suck. Like they're garbage. And like he literally brought them back by himself.
I mean, I could say Baker Mayfield could be better than Nick Foles, and he'd go nuts. So it's just so double standard to say
he looked
something
better
like
than
that.
Nick Foles. He looked better than everybody
Well, see,
that one game.
okay. Nick Foles is a system quarterback.
Nick Foles is a god.
He's a system quarterback.
Foles
You
is
put
a
him in
god.
any other
Jesus
fucking system,
Christ.
and that motherfucker folds like a
How
lawn
was he in
chair.
St. Louis?
Yeah, Jeff Fisher.
That's what I'm saying.
And
You put him in any other
but
system.
he got beat out by Case Keenum, though.
Because Jeff Fisher's a moron.
Oh my
And Case Keenum, where is he at now? He's a starter on Denver.
Where's Nick Foles?
He's a backup because
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is better.
He's better. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Now, if we didn't have Carson Wentz, he'd be the starter. So,
I don't think he would be on the team, to be completely
You don't
honest.
think so?
Nah. That's just me. That's
gotcha.
my opinion.
But yeah, to answer your question, Rick, a lot of people did. It's okay though, because if people can't take a simple tweet, I'm deserved to be blocked.
No, you deserve to be fucking blocked in
I
what
would
you
like
said.
to see how many people blocked him in his life.
Yeah.
It's probably a
It's
lot.
got to be in the hundreds.
gotta be a
I just
lot.
can't believe you said that. Baker is better than Wentz.
No, because the whole
Jesus
offseason, I'm like,
Christ.
Baker's gonna be a stiff, and then I just put that out there.
Yeah,
and then you're like, go to bed.
guess who was wrong about that?
I was
you
wrong.
Were, yeah.
No, I was wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wrong about that.
And who was right about that?
You were.
Yep.
He's a stud.
So I want you to.
They're still not gonna win 8 games though.
Yeah. Well, now you can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you technically can.
Yeah, if they go on a nice 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably won't happen, but
Yeah. Michael Cambria said McNabb was good, but he was soft. I agree 100%.
McNabb was good in the regular season, but when it came time to the big game,
Here's a good one.
Mc-
Give me Nick Foles over McNabb any day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Nick Foles over
we missed.
McNabb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. McNabb
Yeah.
was that regular
McNabb-
season quarterback. I mean, I get why people loved him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when the postseason came and the big lights really came on, he kind of shied away from it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, I would take Nick Foles any day of the week. I loved McNabb, don't get me wrong, but McNabb was one of those QBs that had the poker face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you couldn't tell like his emotions or anything like that. That's what kind of bothered me because it's like, is this guy mentally ready for the game on Sunday, or is he like sad from another week and you can't even tell? It's just like he was a weird quarterback to figure out, but I always like number 5 because he made the game fun for me to watch.
Yeah.
Now, every single time we entered the postseason, it would turn into open heart surgery, but you know, he gave me a lot of good moments when I was growing up. So
Yeah.
I gotta say I liked McNabb, but I'll never like anybody more than Nick.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't happen. Like Wentz can win 3, and I'll still go back to that first Super Bowl night and never forget it. So that's just my take on that. So over back on Facebook we have some more.
Yeah, Keith said McNabb stats and longevity, but yeah, Nick didn't choke.
Nick's a winner. He's you put him in a big spot, I would take Nick over probably a lot of quarterbacks in the league. Like I really would.
I'd take him over any quarterback the Eagles have had up until just recently.
Like you take him over Cunningham and
Yes.
Jaworski
Yeah.
and all that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Randall Cunningham was another quarterback. Of course, I don't remember Randall Cunningham playing, but he was another quarterback that could never get it done in the postseason.
Yeah.
Despite
I don't
postseason
remember watching him
appearance
play.
after postseason appearance after post. I don't remember watching him play either. But that dude was in the playoffs like 6 or 7 years in a row and had one playoff win to show for it. So, and I think that one playoff win was against the Saints, who I think that was their only playoff appearance in like 20 years at that point. So they, yeah. So,
Yeah, it was and that's another thing I'll bring up again. I think I talk about this every single week, but I feel like our fan base doesn't think that we won the Super Bowl. Like I really don't, because all of the years leading up to this, you know, like I said, it was like open heart surgery. It's like you're watching these games and you're like ready to pull your fucking hair out. It was so easy last year that you didn't know what to expect. You know, like did this really just fucking happen?
Yeah.
And I still don't think people are coming off that cloud yet. Because it's weird. Like, we've never done it before.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it came so easily. So, yeah, I think fans will realize, like, when it gets down the road, maybe a year or 2 from now, they'll be like, oh, fuck, we actually have a title. But, yeah, I can see where the fans are coming from. They're just, like, living in the moment. But whatever. Keith Emberg says, only doesn't make, I don't know, only... All right, did you guys discuss Mayfield's special versus a Philly special? They had it in our playbook. They went to the left side. We went to the right side. So it wasn't exactly our play, but, yeah, it was pretty damn spot on. It was,
Yeah.
It was pretty close.
It was almost the exact same play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Jarvis Landry just threw the ball with his left hand.
It was cool. It was cool to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it helped them win, so why
Yeah,
not?
it did.
You know? So, I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool to watch. But anything else over there on Facebook? We have... All right, so he said he agreed with me on the McNabb comments. Yeah, I mean, McNabb was who he was. He was a good quarterback, but he choked in the big moments. He also said only doesn't make shots downfield. Otherwise, I'd agree with... I forget what he said. Oh, McNabb. No, Nick. Nick doesn't take shots downfield.
which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not usually
a lot.
doesn't.
It was
I've
basically a
never-
lot of RPO shit.
Yeah, I've never known him to. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we will go over here on YouTube. Okay, so we got Josh Rotten said Jordan Matthews is an okay slot receiver. Yeah, but you're gonna put him in the slot, or you're gonna put Aguilar outside?
that's what I'm saying. That's what my concern
Now
is.
he's outside this week.
That's exactly why I didn't really want Matthews back, because that's exactly what my concern is. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Edgar Venser said Sheriff Wentz versus General Luck. No, it's King Wentz. The King is
the
back.
king is fucking back.
The King is back.
I can't wait, man.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game to watch. You know, I'll be watching it in the comfort of my basement,
Yeah,
doing
me
a
too.
live stream
And
tomorrow.
I'll be watching it from section 215.
Oh, you're going. You're
row
going.
3.
You're going.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I could have got a much better deal on. I got it for 150. Freaking lower level seats are going for 150
Yeah.
from what I just looked at.
Are you going? You
So
going
I
with your
fucked
couple
up.
of buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Trevor. Shout out to Trevor Harris coming down from New York, and he's picking me up, and we're going in. So I'm getting him around the parking bullshit.
Yeah.
We're going to be parking in South Philly and tailgating with somebody whose name I cannot mention on this platform.
Your best friend.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be the deal. And I'm going to start drinking. The drinks are going to start being poured for me at 7:30 in the morning, right before he gets and picks me
Holy
up.
hell!
I'm going to be taking shots and drinks at 7:30 a.m. That's a new first for me.
Yeah, no.
I've never had a drink earlier than 8:30 in the morning before, so that is going to be a record for me.
Yeah, no, thank you to that. and next week we're actually going to Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
We're
Our friend is a Steelers fan,
and it's Steelers Ravens.
yeah,
so
it's a rivalry, and
that should be interesting.
I'm trying to get a tour of PNC Park, but then they're saying there's going to be a Pirates game that Monday, and the Pirates are probably going to be eliminated that Monday. So then the question's going to be, are they going to make it up once they officially get mathematically eliminated? We don't know, because I'd love to get a tour of that freaking ballpark, but I don't know what the deal is going to be there. So
Yeah, and Keith Emberg said, "Send me a soft pretzel to Palm Springs." I guess he's hungry for a Philly soft pretzel.
we go to Oregon Steaks right across the bridge, and we'll get one after this.
There you go. Yeah, but you know what? That was our first half of the show. Come back for the next half exclusively on YouTube. We will talk more about the Birds. We'll talk about the Phillies' epic collapse, and we will talk about the Sixers season coming up with Ralphie being a Lakers fan.
Yep.
So stay tuned. We'll be back after the break, and yeah, go over to YouTube.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
All right, what is up, everybody? We are back from break to give you the epic sports shit of Philadelphia and so on and so forth. This is brought to you by Skizana Sports Center, 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 856-889-3434. Find them on the web at skizanasports.com. Okay, so before the break, we were talking a lot about Carson Wentz and what his stat line will be and how he'll perform tomorrow. Now, the question I ask, are you, the fans, putting too much pressure on Carson Wentz to perform? Now, this is a big topic for me because whenever a player or a team has too much pressure on them to perform in the city of Philadelphia, they always fail. Always. I mean, you look at the Philadelphia Phillies in 2008. They had literally no pressure on them to perform. They won the World Championship. In 2009, well, you did run into the New York Yankees, but in 2009,
There was a lot of pressure.
yeah, there was a lot of pressure. And you had a better team in 2009 than you did in 2008, in my opinion. So,
Barely.
yeah, barely, but I still think you did. And there was a lot of pressure to perform. And then when
The
you bring
starting pitching was definitely better in 2009 than it was
Yeah.
in 2008.
and then in 2011, you guys got knocked out in the first round, being
Yeah.
the best team in baseball.
Yep.
And
So
there was so much pressure to perform that year, it was almost like insurmountable.
it was ridiculous. And when you put pressure on the players and the teams like that, especially in this city with how the fans are, like bipolar and shit, you know, you have to let Carson Wentz ease into this. Because if you don't, Because if you don't let him, you could ruin him. And you know, that's my problem that I have. You know, Carson Wentz is our franchise quarterback. We need him for years. And if you don't give him the time, you could definitely ruin what's on its way. So yeah, definitely. So what do you think about that?
I don't think we're putting too much pressure on Wentz, knowing that what he'll come back to. It's just that I think the whole city is just alive again.
Yeah.
Knowing that Carson's back, and that there's more. I guess there's energy now in the city, knowing that he's fine and he's okay and he's back under center.
Right.
I'm not putting too much pressure on him. I mean, as you know, I said it at the beginning of the show. I mean, I think this is going to be a run-heavy game. I don't think he's going to be throwing the ball that much, which is I'm completely fine with that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not putting any pressure on Wentz.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not putting pressure on Wentz either. You know, I'm going to watch this game just like it's any other Sunday. You know, I'm a huge Eagles fan. You know, I support the team. And I want to see what Carson Wentz does his first play of the game. That's what I'm really going to look at. Because if he's throwing the ball the first play of the game, he's ready to go. Like, the coach is like, he has no fear. He's just ready to be him. But if you start running the ball, pounding it, they're obviously, like, laying off Carson just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see how they use him tomorrow and see how –
I just hope they don't have him throw it 48 times like they did last
for Cincinnati in 2016.
Cincinnati, they had him throw 60 times.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That was so ridiculous. I went on a rant.
Yeah, it was like around 63 times.
Yeah.
And
Pretty bad.
yeah, I remember watching that. It was like one of the worst games I've ever seen in
I
my
almost
life.
threw up.
Yeah,
Well, that game almost made me throw up.
yeah. I
But
mean,
then I've done that so many times, so.
yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, Rob. Oh my God. But yeah, I think he'll be all right. I really do. Like, the fans can put pressure on him. I just hope he doesn't underperform, and then the fans just start boo. Like I've seen it so many times.
What are you going to do if he does and they start booing?
I don't think the people that are booing don't actually know football.
I'll just sit back and
Because
watch the
how
world
can
burn.
how can you sit there and boo a guy that just came back from an ACL injury?
Well,
You know,
our
expect
fans
him-
are like that. What they do is they get so fucking drunk before the game starts that they stumble up the steps the big ass steps. Like, I mean, do you really need to make it that high? Like the steps going up to the stadium, like people just stumbling. But yeah, they get so drunk that they'll boo anything. They'll do stupid things, and if Carson Wentz, I'll tell you right now, if Carson Wentz doesn't perform well the next couple of games, you're going to hear boos. Like, that's just the Philly fans. You know, that is what it is. You know, it's not like common sense. When you're drunk, you do stupid things. All right? That's what happens.
Say Baker Mayfield's better than Carson Wentz.
Well, I kind of said that out of a troll job. To be
Yeah, we
honest
know.
with you.
You say a lot of things out of a troll job.
But that triggered people. Like,
You say
literally.
a lot of things
Yeah,
out
because
of a
it's
troll.
stupid.
It's stupid.
But you say Baker Mayfield's so good. And then
He
when
is good, but I don't compare him to Wentz.
after seeing
What's the
Wentz,
difference between me and you?
Yeah.
I'm not making videos saying that Baker Mayfield's better than Carson Wentz. Come on, man.
no, because I was
Baker's good, but he's not better than Carson
all right.
Wentz.
I was giving you and Tom credit for that saying Baker Mayfield was
Where's
good. so-
Tom at? He made that video the other day.
Tournament. He's at a tournament.
Yeah, he coaches baseball.
Yeah.
What the hell? He couldn't be here?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he probably would have screamed over me the whole time. So it's not like it
Probably.
really matters.
That's why I'm wishing he was here.
Yeah, but no, I mean the reason why I said that is because halfly because I was giving you and Tom credit at the same time, but I was trying to troll you guys too, saying that Baker's better.
I just can't believe you said that, dude.
Yeah, I just thought, and then obviously it worked. So whatever. Sometimes it works. Baker did look good though. He looked really good.
Yeah, he looked good, but he's not better than Wentz. I'm sorry.
Off an injury?
Dude, he's not better than Wentz all around. I'm sorry. He's
Yeah.
a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I had probably praise for him when everybody else saw, oh, no, Sam Darnold's better than him. And, well, you saw that Thursday night.
Sam Darnold. I'm not.
Sam Darnold stinks.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does. Dude, Sam
Terrible.
Darnold's good. You know who
He's
sucks?
good.
You know who sucks? Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is one of the worst coaches I've ever
You
seen.
know,
in my
I
life.
hated him when he was on the Eagles as the defensive coordinator
Todd
on the
Bowles?
Eagles. Yeah, I hated him. As that defense was terrible, and he was. But I feel as if Todd Bowles was set up to fail when he was the Eagles' defensive coordinator. They had no business hiring Juan Castillo to be the defensive coordinator, and they did that. He was the defensive coordinator for a year and a half, and they fired him midway into the season that year, and replaced him with Todd Bowles. And it's like, what? So I thought he was set up to fail,
Yeah.
Todd Bowles. So I don't know.
Yeah, but some of the play calls that you saw on Thursday night with the Jets, I didn't get. You had Sam Darnold thrown on his back shoulder. Like, I mean, you're trying to win the game. Have the guy throw down the field. And I didn't see a lot of
Well,
times.
the one interception he had when he threw it into double coverage, I don't know what the hell Sam was seeing there.
Yeah.
The one interception that's basically sealed the deal for the Browns to go ahead and take the lead 21-17. I just don't know what the hell he was looking at.
Yeah, like, I don't think Sam Darnold stinks. Like, I think he's going to be really good. I just think you need to put the right pieces around him. You know, just like we did with Wentz. You know, the first year, Wentz had DGB, which was horrible. Like, he was a terrible wide receiver. And then you upgrade Alshon, and all of a sudden you see miracles happening. So,
DGB might be the only 6'5" receiver that doesn't know how to use his talent.
yeah, exactly.
Like, you're 6'5", you should be catching every 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Every 50-50 ball, you should be catching DGB.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it, and that's why he's not playing in the NFL right now.
Yep.
Because the dude stinks.
Yeah, exactly. Stone hands.
Yeah.
But we have one more. We have one comment on Facebook. It's Keith from the Facebook side of everything. It's Keith. Hope we stay classy this weekend. If the first half is slow, I kind of think they are going to try to start quick, regardless of Carson just getting back and C+ receivers. I think they're going to start quick too. We will definitely not stay classy. I'll tell you that much right now. Like, if things are going bad, you're going to hear some boos. Like, that's just how the fans are. You know, not. What happened?
Marietta done after 2 innings.
Yeah, he stinks, dude.
Yeah.
That season's over
You
anyway.
know who stinks for making that decision? Gabe.
Dude, Arrieta was signed for what? 5 years?
3 years,
3
$60
years.
million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a bad signing by Clintac. That's not Gabe.
Well, Arrieta's been good, but he hasn't been good to live up to the money that they gave him.
Well, he was a Cy Young Award winner. He deserved it, but he just didn't perform.
I guess he deserved it, but he's
4-0 Braves. Holy fuck!
Yeah, he's been nowhere near as good to the money they've been paying him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the Phillies are getting no hit.
Oh shit, that I didn't see.
Wow.
Wow.
That's something to look out for. All right. But yeah, I mean, I'm not here to talk about the Phillies. I'm here to talk about the Eagles because I like these guys. All right. I'm not gonna put that in their faces, saying that they're not gonna make the playoffs because I'm not a mean guy. All right. Even though they say the Yankees suck to me every single chance they get.
Yankees suck.
See. Even though I was being nice to him, he still wants to say it to me.
No, I just said that because I'm a dickhead.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I just don't like the Yankees because of fans like this guy.
Why?
They brag.
So what? We have
and
27
they talk
championships.
shit about my squad.
I don't talk shit about your squad. I only talk shit about your squad when you talk shit about mine.
Not really. That's not.
You know,
the case.
and you know damn well every single fan is gonna be rooting against the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like come the postseason, exactly. So like, what the fuck do you want from me?
And them Athletics, man.
Nice.
They're looking
Sam
pretty
won't
good.
tweet that out.
Funny. Just do it.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I can't wait.
They're
for
not-
I can't wait for Ohio State to beat Penn State next week, 58-10.
Yeah. No, but I'll say this right now, Ralphie. I'll be honest with you. The Oakland A's have literally no shot of coming to the Bronx and beating us in the wild card game. Literally no shot.
All right.
If you follow baseball religiously, the history, Judge coming back healthy, we're probably gonna start J.A. Happ in the wild card game. He's been dominant for us.
You're gonna start J.A. Happ in the wild card.
Yeah, yes,
You're not
yes.
even gonna throw your best guy out.
J.A. Happ is 17-6 this year. He had 3.15 ERA.
But you're not gonna throw out your best.
No, you're gonna save him until the ALDS. Sevy hasn't been
Yeah, but
Sevy.
that's a one game.
Sevy has not
They
been
don't
Sevy.
seem to realize that that's a one-game
one game. You're
win
done.
or
Sev-
go home elimination.
Sevy has not been Sevy.
No room
Okay.
for error kind of game.
J. Happ has been our best pitcher recently.
I like Jay Happen. He was on the Phillies. It's just
It's just
they
a
got rid
what?
of him for frickin' Roy Oswalt, who's at the end of his career like morons.
Yeah,
You can thank Ruben Amaro Jr. for that. But
the
hey,
first base coach for the Red Sox.
the Mets
Yeah.
now
Oh, the man.
Yeah, he's-
How do you go from GM to a first base coach?
because he was terrible. He was awful.
But that's such a downswing. Like that's unheard of. All right, K Jazzy 175 said reporters talking about Mahomes, the way they spoke about RG3 in his start. Mobile QBs mean injury issues. Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same thing with Carson Wentz. You know, I think Carson Wentz is better than all these guys are talking about, but
Michael Vick had a lot of injury problems, and
Yeah.
it's because he just would not adjust. He never learned to slide, and a lot of this just became that was his downfall right there.
yeah, and he also said cut off the concessions after the first quarter on Sunday. Because he doesn't want the fans to get too obliterated. It doesn't matter what you do in the stadium; they're gonna get obliterated before they go in because everything's so expensive.
Yeah, like for me, I don't even drink inside the stadium,
Yeah.
so that's not going to stop me. I'm just gonna drink 20 beers before going in.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Have fun with that.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
maybe drink a 4 Loco and
Mm.
10 beers.
Yeah, oh my God. But
Except I'm retired from drinking 4 Locos. That can't happen no more.
yeah, and he also said, I don't get many haters in Palm Springs with Eagles loving Phillies. I get a lot of Dodgers ass clowns though. I mean, they did land Machado, so they have a shot this year.
I hope the Dodgers do well, at least in his last season. So I hope they go far.
Yeah, but is he playing?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he's like a reserve though.
Oh, he's a reserve. Yeah, maybe he'll go out a winner. You never
Because
know.
I think Kiki Hernandez is now the second baseman for the Dodgers.
Kiki Hernandez.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's Drake's girlfriend.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, right?
But Utley's a good pinch hitter at this point in his career. And
Uh,
that's kind of why I want to bring Bautista back, because I think he'd be good off the bench all year next year. But he's a liability. He is a liability
Yeah.
at this point in his career.
Yeah.
he was in the
So-
minor leagues at the beginning of the year,
Was he really?
and now
Yeah.
he's used as an everyday hitter.
He's not used as an everyday hitter.
Pretty much.
He's a guy that comes up off the bench.
But you're putting him in the 3-hole.
Yeah, because of our manager that you just fucking repeat over and over again that he's so great.
I never said he was great. I said you have to be patient with people like him because he's a micromanager. You know, when you're a micromanager, you have to deal with that sometimes. I had to deal with that every single year with Joe Girardi, and you guys would want him over Gabe Kapler. Joe Girardi was a good manager.
I never wanted Girardi
You
or
did.
him. I wanted Dusty Wathan, the third base coach of the Phillies, who's right in the
He
organization.
he coached for Lehigh Valley with all the young kids down there. Yeah,
he
with
coached
JP
for
Rice.
Lakewood, Clearwater, Reading, and
Yeah.
Lehigh Valley, and had success everywhere. He won 2 freaking Sally League titles with Lakewood, and I believe one with Clearwater, and then had Reading in the finals 2 years in a row, and Lehigh Valley was in the playoffs with the best record in AAA 2 years in a row. I thought he should have been made manager.
Yeah.
And he might, at this rate, and now being the third base coach, it won't be long before other teams start calling for him to
Yeah.
be a coach.
I totally agree.
So,
Yeah, no, but if you guys hate the way Gabe micromanaged, you guys would probably jump off the bridge.
Dude, it's not
38-year-old.
that. It's just that his in-game management is
His in-game
so
management's pretty bad, too.
Listen, just like last night. Just like last night.
last night I slept through the whole thing. So I
down
didn't
by
know.
down by one, top of the ninth, 1 out, man on first. Why aren't you not stealing? Why aren't you stealing to get in scoring position?
What happened? I didn't see the game. I was asleep the whole time.
And then we just lost the game. We just lost. The
I
game.
heard they lost,
Yeah.
but Yeah, I slept from 7 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
The Braves are just the better team, though. Like, I mean, you look at their talent and shit.
The Phillies against the Braves this year, they're 5-9 against the Braves this year.
Yeah.
They've had
About to be 5-10.
they've been tied or Phillies have the lead after 7 innings against the Braves 4 times this year.
Yeah. Yep.
Which if the Phillies win 2 of those games after 4, you're talking about being 3 back, 4 back maybe, and right with a lot of games to go against them and everything, and with that 4-game series against the Rockies coming up, you're talking about a much better record.
Yeah.
So,
No,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
yep.
No, and K Jazzy 175 also said if we were talking Phillies, saw an article last week of the Phillies up to get Machado and Harper.
I
Well,
wish.
we probably, to be completely honest, Phillies fans, we probably ain't getting Machado. And
I don't think
that's just me.
I don't think so
I
either.
don't think you're getting
I don't
either.
think
I
him
think
either.
the time that you could have gotten Machado was at the trade deadline, but he's walking around in L.A. for 2 months, man. He's in that clubhouse for 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
Got to be in the playoffs with the Dodgers. So
And on a big market team that's sold
Will he
out.
give up-
That's sold out 55,000 a fucking game every night,
Yeah.
especially when playoff time rolls around.
will he give up the West Coast to come to a team that is inconsistent like we are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he also said, "Is that even possible?" With your team, yes, it is.
Yeah, we had the highest.
You
payroll,
have
yeah.
not only that, you have so much cash to spend. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you bring in income and you don't spend it on the field.
Yeah.
You know?
Like what I heard about Trout, I heard Trout's going to be really looking into how much Harper and Machado get.
Really?
So he knows where to set the
He's
bar.
going to be your first $500 million player.
Who?
Trout.
Yeah, Trout's going to be looking closely at how much Machado and Harper get, so when he becomes a free
How
agent,
crazy would this if
he knows how much to ask for when either it's
I
on the
say
Angels
fuck
or the
it. We
teams
sign
can call.
both of them and trade for Trout.
Wouldn't that be
and just come a
something?
powerhouse in sensation.
So trade for both of them. Give up Reese Hoskins. Who are your players right now? Reese Hoskins.
No, sign both Machado and Harper, and then
trade for Trout.
Yeah, trade for Trout. Who'd you
Yeah.
give up for Trout, though?
Anybody they want. Anybody
You
you
give up
want.
Reese?
Shit.
Damn.
Damn. See that's a tough one. I don't know if I would give up Reese.
No.
I think Reese would be
How
the
about this?
only untouchable. Anybody else,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
good to go.
No, how about this? Give up Reese, Mickey Moniak, 2 top picks. There you go.
Got a lot of outfielders coming up too that might be vying for
Yeah.
time here. Like Dylan Cousins, that might not last much longer because
Yeah.
he's. I mean, a lot of outfielders right
He's
now.
inconsistent.
He's inconsistent, but that's what I'm saying. That might not last much
Yeah.
longer. And
Trout
then
would put you over the top.
Cornelius Randolph's going to be a AAA next year. He's not much far removed from his MLB debut.
Yeah.
And then Moniak, he'll be in AA next year. But I hope, like I said, with Moniak, they play it patiently with
Yeah.
him. I don't
He's
want
only
that-
19.
Yes,
you know?
because he's so young and he's been in the minors for 2 years now. I hope they don't rush him up.
Yeah.
A guy like that.
No, I totally agree.
So,
Yeah, but isn't Mickey Moniak like a generational talent? Like, he wasn't
Why
your
he-
top pick.
well,
overall?
that's why
He
I'm
was.
saying I hope they don't rush him
Yeah.
He
up.
was,
and
but
fuck
he
this up.
hasn't been that great in 2 years.
Yeah.
he hasn't.
No,
been
he
doing
had
it.
a pretty good second half of the year this year with the
Yeah, he
Cleveland-
wa-
No,
he
I
watched that
meant,
shit religiously.
I meant, and like in the 2 years he's been with us, like the first 2 years, he hasn't been that great. He hasn't been living up to that number 1 prospect talent,
that's
except for the second
debatable.
half this year.
Yeah, that's debatable because he did struggle to start the year.
Yeah, he did.
but
he
but once he got going and found the speed for that high A ball
Yeah.
and the way they play, he caught fire. So, and then we'll see how that happens. What happens next year when he's going up against the next level of
Yeah.
talent in the
Yep.
even better league in freaking AA.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So,
Yeah, and he also said, K Jazzy said, micromanager equals Sixers saying it's a process. Well, I'm gonna get on the Sixers, I guess, since you brought them up. The Sixers this year, I expect them to get like a top 3 seed. I don't see them getting a number 1 seed. I think if you say they're the number 1 seed, you're smoking too much of the weed. But you know, I definitely think they could be a top 3 seed. Now, Ralphie's Lakers, I think Ralphie's
Top 4, baby.
No, I don't think so.
Top
I
4.
think Ralphie's Lakers will be a 7th seed.
You're a crazy dude.
No, I think they'll.
We had 37 wins last year. You tackle LeBron, that's 20 more wins. That's
how's
57.
that 20 more wins?
Because LeBron gives you 20-plus wins.
Oh, he's a great player.
Yeah.
But the team around you, you have Lonzo Ball, you have Brandon Ingram, you have Kuzma. Who's the other guy?
Josh Hart,
Josh Hart
Rajon
from Villanova.
Lance Stevenson.
oh, I love Josh Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know why, right?
stinks. Stinks.
Stink.
He stinks.
Dude,
He's
so
an
you're telling
NCAA
me, you're
national
telling me
champion.
with us and having LeBron, we're a 7th seed in the West.
Possibly.
Now you're smoking
No.
weed.
How am
Now
I?
you're
I
on
don't
weed.
smoke weed.
I got it. I
You're
got
about
it.
to now.
Ralphie, I got a good one for you. The Lakers are a 4th seed in the West.
I'll take a 4 seed.
All right.
4th or higher, I think we are. To be completely
I'll call
honest.
it right now. I'm going to call it right now. All right. The Western Conference is so competitive.
Yeah.
You have so many teams. All right. The Lakers will be a 7th seed. The Golden State Warriors will be a 2 seed because they won't care during the regular season,
No.
and it'll be a first-round matchup: Golden State versus the Lakers.
No way. We're a top 4 seed.
No, they won't.
Dude, we got 37 wins last year, okay?
Okay.
You add LeBron, that's 20 more wins, bro. He gives you 20 wins automatically.
He's a great player.
Okay,
I
so
love
that's
LeBron.
57 to 60 wins.
How? It's
Oh, my God.
But it's still
Jesus
just one
Christ.
player.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
He's a
Dude,
generational
we have
talent.
better talent
Yeah,
on
but
the
he's getting
Lakers than
older.
we do in Cleveland. He's better. He has better talent now than he did with Cleveland.
He's also in the
last year.
twilight of his career. You know,
Oh my
I
God.
love LeBron James. All right, I'm a
Okay.
huge LeBron James
Yeah.
supporter. But the guy,
But when he jumps on your team, he gives you 20-plus wins, though. He adds 20 wins onto your total.
yeah, he did. Who knows what he will do now? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
my God. He will, dude. We're a top 4 seed, bro.
Okay.
There's only 3 teams in the West you can really look at.
Yeah.
You got OKC that I don't know about them. Can Russ, not be inconsistent every year and not pad his stats?
Nah, I take the Lakers right now.
You
over
have
OKC.
the Warriors
love-
and you have Houston.
I love how Paul George took OKC over the Lakers. That was great.
Hey, he wants to go play for the money and not win a championship.
No, he doesn't
Now,
want
the
to be with
West is going to
LeBron.
be Golden State, Houston, and either 3rd or 4th seed is going to be the Lakers. That's what I think.
Telling you, top 4, dude.
Who else is up there in the West besides
Utah.
Houston?
You have Utah. You have Houston. You have Golden State.
Oh shit! Okay, I forgot. Okay, so Utah will be your 3 seed. The Lakers will be
OKC.
a 4 seed.
You have yes.
Utah.
Portland-
I mean, the Nuggets,
Portland,
the
New
Nuggets ain't
Orleans.
shit. The Trailblazers ain't
What
shit.
about the Pelicans?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
DeMarcus
know.
Cousins left. No, they're not shit.
They still got Drew Holiday.
So they have Drew Holiday and they have Anthony Davis.
Who
But
gets injured almost every single night. So
yeah,
I liked Drew Holiday when he was on the Sixers. They got rid of him because they were blowing it up in a rebuild.
Yeah,
Because they were waving.
Michael Carter
I-
Williams.
to be fair, I kind of liked Michael Carter Williams at first.
So did I.
Like I did.
They waved the white when they traded
Everybody
Drew
was
Holiday,
blowing them when you guys
they-
went 3-0 the first 3 games.
They
Yeah.
Huh?
were
And we
waving
beat the
white
Heat.
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Remember
that wasn't that the first year they were together, right? LeBron,
Yeah,
the
the first-
first year.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. No, that was like the second year.
Was it
But-
the second year?
Yeah. But that was fun. But no, I think like this year the Sixers will be. I think they'll fall in the same category as last year. I don't know how Ben Simmons progressed with his shooting. That's a concern. I think Markelle Fultz will be a little bit better, but I don't think he's going to be anywhere great to where Tom's saying. Like, I think he's going to be a good player. He's not going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Like I get everybody drooling over the whole shooting video
yeah,
that's out there.
nobody's guarding him.
Nobody's guarding them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
hmm
It's a dude in the gym. You're shooting balls.
It's like you're at
You
the
know what I mean?
YMCA
Yeah.
just shooting balls, you know, warming up.
Seriously, nobody's guarding him until I see somebody guarding him and he's hitting the shots that he was hitting in the video. Then I'll give him some props. But
Right.
until then, I really can't make my mind up on Markelle Fultz.
Exactly. And, like, I literally hate the Lakers with a passion. But, like, I'm going to give you some credit. You guys went out there and you signed a superstar to try to win a title. Now, granted, that's not going to happen this year. But it's a step forward.
Yeah.
And the Sixers, they didn't do anything this offseason. That's really concerning to me. But whatever. Basketball season's right around the
And
corner.
Don't get confused. Boston's coming back healthy this year.
Well, yeah.
Healthy
are,
Kyrie,
they are, yeah.
healthy
Boston's
Gordon
going to win.
Hayward.
Boston's going to win 65 games.
Yeah,
this
they're
year.
going to win 60-plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
I told you the Eastern Conference Final is going to be Sixers Celtics.
Yeah.
And if it does,
We'll probably lose.
even if we lose that, I'd take that. It's
Now,
another
where's
step
Jimmy
forward.
Butler going?
Ooh. I would
That's
like
if
him on
we're
the
on the
Sixers.
basketball
I would
top.
love him.
I would
on
like
the
him on the
Sixers.
Sixers. I really would.
I mean, to think of it, we could use another guard, so
Yeah.
I would love him on the Sixers.
Yeah, maybe that would put us over the top.
Maybe.
You know, with Embiid, Simmons, Fultz,
And
Butler.
then Jimmy Butler, yeah.
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 Darius Saric coming off the bench. Now you're talking.
Well, what you could have is that you could have your lineup could be now fucking inconsistent. Rocco can sit the bench. Dario can play the 3. Then you have Jimmy at the 2, Fultz at the 1,
Yeah.
Ben at the 4, Embiid at the 5, and there's your starting 5.
Right.
I mean, that's lethal to begin with.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I don't see. I get the.
And you
hit-
have basically your starting 5 can create their own shots. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah. But yeah, I get the Roku hate. I really do. But the guy he's been inconsistent. Use the right word. You know, there would be games where he wouldn't miss a shot, and then there would be games where he would go 0 for 9.
Yeah.
So you know you can't rely on someone like that. But we overpaid him like a bitch. Like we paid I think it was 5 years, $60 million, some shit like that.
Yeah, I have no clue. I don't
Yeah.
really pay attention
Yeah,
to the Sixers.
12 a
to be-
year he's
To
making.
be honest, them
Yeah.
bum-ass Sixers anyway.
Shut up.
Bum ass.
See, they always get on me for liking the Yankees, but this guy likes the fucking Lakers.
It's all right.
My God. Any
I
more?
could deal with a Laker fan before
Why?
I could deal with a Yankee fan.
Why?
Because the Lakers play all the way on the other side.
When the
of
Lakers are
country.
good, they're the most arrogant fans out there. They
So
really
are
are.
the Yankees.
Fucking
Like, the
Kobe,
fuck?
fucking Kobe fans suck his cock every single day. They're like, oh, better than LeBron, better than. No, he's fucking not. Kobe,
That's the Lakers fan that just don't know anything about basketball.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
about Kobe Bryant and the LeBron comparison.
they ruined that nice mural.
Kobe Bryant is a better shooter than LeBron James.
That's facts. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is definitely
obviously.
facts. Kobe Bryant was a much better shooter than LeBron. But
Not a great defender.
As far as the rest of Kobe's game and the rest of LeBron's game,
Yeah.
LeBron is a far better player than Kobe with everything else.
I agree with
Defense,
that.
driving to the basket.
Well, the
even
defense part is
offense.
a little iffy.
Yeah,
the defense.
LeBron is a much better player at everything else but shooting.
Yeah.
Than Kobe Bryant.
I love that one mural that they put up of LeBron looking up at the Mount Rushmore for Laker players, and someone just splattered it with paint. It's fucked up. LeBron's probably the best player they've ever had, and they're just
No,
ruining
he
it.
hasn't.
I think so.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I think LeBron. We always have this conversation. I think LeBron is the best player to ever play the game.
No, he's
ever.
not.
I think he's the best player.
No, he's not.
He's over MJ.
No, he's
100%.
How is he over MJ?
How's he over MJ?
I always say this. He's over MJ because he's the better player
You've never
overall.
seen
Better
MJ
teammate
play.
is MJ. Better teammate is MJ. But the better player is LeBron James. All right? And I've had people agree with me on that. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree because they don't like LeBron.
You never seen Jordan play in person.
I went to his last game in Philly.
That was when he was freaking 40 years old and at the end of his career. You never
With the
seen
Washington
prime,
Wizards.
You never seen
He dropped
prime Michael
fucking 30
Jordan.
that game.
You've never seen prime Michael Jordan play on the Bulls.
I watched highlights.
Oh
And
my God.
I've watched highlights.
So who
Yeah, but-
hasn't? Who hasn't?
If you look at their games, yes, they're similar. But you see LeBron James night in and night out. He carries his teams consistently. MJ had Scottie Pippen,
Who was drafted by them?
Who was
Dennis
drafted by
Dennis
them?
Rodman,
Who came over
Who
to
came
them?
over
Steve
after?
Kerr.
Who came over?
I think he was drafted by them.
Okay, so they built a team.
Yeah.
Okay, but
so
he
how
had,
is that Jordan's fault? He's playing
No.
when he was.
no, but he
came-
had all these guys.
After Rodman came over, they'd already won 3 titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came over, I think, prior to their best year in '96 or whatever.
And MJ didn't win a title for like his first 7 years or 8 years.
Yeah,
something
because
like
that's
that.
usually how long it takes for generational talent to
Yeah.
I
the
mean, look
NBA
at
to
LeBron.
develop.
Look at LeBron.
didn't win a title.
2003, right?
2011.
03. He came in the league 03.
So 9 years.
Yeah.
It took LeBron 5 years to at least get there.
Yeah.
And when he did, they were murdered in
And got
4
swept.
games by the
Yeah.
Spurs.
Yep,
by the
swept.
Spurs. But that team sucked. That Cleveland Cavaliers team was bad.
Well,
You know,
And that
Eric
just
Snow was
shows
the
you-
best player on that team.
yeah.
And that just shows you the difference between the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. There's just more talent in the West than there is in the East.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jesus Christ, LeBron had a free ride to the NBA Finals every year.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be happening in the West.
Nope.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope the Golden State Warriors, I hope their fucking bus blows up. But I mean, honestly,
Phillies are no hit through 6 innings.
yay. I'm just joking. Nah, it's I hope you guys get a hit. That would be pretty bad.
Yeah, we get no hit on their and they clinch the East the same day.
Oh my God,
I'm
holy
throwing hands with
shit!
somebody.
I'll be long gone by then, so it'll be all right. No, I might actually have to go to a bar to watch that because I would just be there, soaking it in. No, I'm
There's
just
a
kidding.
bar right up here.
Where?
I don't even remember I'll get what that place is called. I drove by a bar on this fucking road right up here.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called. He would know better than I would.
The Phillies.
I
are,
have no idea about
the
this.
Phillies are getting no hit.
That's sad.
Wow.
In an elimination game,
Yep.
that's just sad.
It is what it is, though. You know, if the team gives up, the team gives up.
Spread Eagle Tavern.
Spread. Yeah,
what
I'm not
it's
going there. I'm not going there. Yeah, through 6 innings, or no hit.
Who knows? Who knows a good place in Mount Ephraim we can go to?
Yeah, Bumblefuck, New Jersey.
It's a lot of traffic around here. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't realize this.
K Jazzy says I'm not a Lakers fan, but LeBron does equal 20 more wins with a
Thank you.
bad team they have.
Thank you.
He does.
Thank
He
you.
does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, and he also said
Kyle just doesn't know basketball. That's all.
I know every sport known to man. Okay, I just
Okay.
sometimes I reach because I like to go for the home run,
Mhm.
and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But most of the times it does work. He also said I've shot 50 free throws in a row before. Doesn't mean this Jew is going to the Sixers either.
Who?
Oh, what?
That's what K Jazzy said.
What did he say?
He called himself a Jew. He said he shot 50 free throws in a row before. It doesn't mean he's going to the Sixers either.
Oh, okay. I know what he's saying.
Okay,
I know what he's saying.
yeah. So no Jew. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't
either.
get
I
it
don't.
either.
I don't get it.
Yep.
It's all right if you could elaborate. That'll be cool. And then Keno Brown said, "Let's go Colts." Fuck you. No, I'm just
Fuck
kidding.
the
Like you.
Colts.
The Colts are coming in there as like, I don't know. Like the Colts are just an opponent. Like if we lose to the Colts, in my opinion, that's a little embarrassing. But good luck, guys. What else do we have? NFC's outlook.
Yep.
So from week to week, we do an NFC's outlook. Do you see anything changing from what you saw last week?
Damn. Well,
I don't know.
the Redskins stink.
Okay, the Cowboys looked half decent. The Giants are horrible.
Giants can't block.
Well,
Nobody.
Dude, I saw this one play where Eli Manning was running for his life and
They're
he got
0-2 now,
decked.
right? They're 0-2 now, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
They're
all right.
done. They're done.
They're
gonna
playing Deshaun Watson
In Houston.
In Houston,
Deshaun
they're 0-3.
Watson.
How do you think? What do you think a matchup of J.J. Watt and Eric Flowers is going to look like?
it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah. that defensive line's gonna have a field day.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Well, they're gonna have to have Saquon block a lot. They're gonna have to use him.
Saquon's
And
gonna be
what's
a
it-
blocker.
And what's his?
They're gonna
name?
have to use him.
Jadeveon Clowney and what the fuck is his name?
Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney and who's the other
Merciless.
guy? Merciless. There it is. Oh my God! They're gonna have a field day with Eric
That's
Flowers.
that's another team where it's kind of like weird. They started out 0-2 as well. Houston. That's weird.
Scotty was bringing up today about, Deshaun Watson, he had all them good games last year. Now look at him this year. Yeah, well, that's what I was concerned about.
Washington might be 1-2 by the end of tomorrow. They play Green Bay,
Oh, they're going to lose.
and Dallas plays Seattle in Seattle. That's
They're
the
gonna lose.
American game
That's
of
a
the week.
loss. Yeah. The Washington game is weird because they're a 3-point underdog, and I look at all the facts and figures in that game.
Oh, here's a fun fact. The Redskins' 50-year sellout streak ended last week.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Nobody was there.
it's
I don't blame them because they're
it's about time.
Dude,
Yeah.
That stadium holds 75,000 people. There was only 55,000 there.
Wow.
Looked on TV like nobody was there.
It's about time. They don't like their owner. You know,
I
They
went-
hate that
yeah.
Schneider when we were down there last year.
Yeah,
They
I
hate him.
heard I heard a lot of people don't like him.
everyone hates him.
Everybody
down there.
hated him.
Everyone
I was
knows.
shocked.
Like I was down there, almost got stung by a bee, and I'm like talking about this fucking beehive, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, Dan Snyder sucks." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Remember when I got stung by a bee?
Yeah, you dropped like a sack of potatoes. I remember that. That was funny. All right. So K Jazzy said, "Let's be honest. Did you expect the Phillies to even get this far?" I did. I had them at 89 wins.
Yeah, I had him making the second wild
If
card
the
spot,
Phillies-
but I mean, when you're but here's the thing, when you're first place in the division, expectations change. You know what I mean?
What I had the Phillies at 85 and 77, and now that can still happen.
Yeah.
They would just have to go 7-2 the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And if this
And
score,
not get no hit.
And if this score holds up tonight, then they would have to go 7-1 the rest
Yeah.
of the way. They're just sad.
Yeah.
That's a sweep of one of the two teams coming up.
60% to make the playoffs a month ago, and it's 1% now.
Blame Gabe Kapler for that.
That's such a
And-
big swing.
And Matt Klentak, you can blame both those freaking idiots for that.
You wanna
Yeah.
talk
What if
about
John Middleton comes down and fires Klentak?
how
And
funny would that be?
I would take a champagne shower.
Nobody's going anywhere.
If he came down and fired Klentak and then he decides not to bring Kapler back, oh my God, I would take a champagne shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be so happy.
About to say something, Ralphie?
Brashard Perriman, got
he
released
signed
by the
with?
Redskins.
Oh,
He got
shit.
released by the Redskins.
What the hell? That
What
was
a bust,
fast.
huh? What a bust, huh?
Yeah.
First round talent down the drain.
Wow. And K Jazzy said, "I'm Jewish. Relax." I was like, okay. I have a Jewish friend. I know the Jewish culture. It's cool. K Jazzy 175 said you were talking about Fultz looking good at the YMCA, just a reference. Okay, yeah, I get it. But I still see Honestly, if I'm looking at the teams in the NFC East from what I've seen last week, I still would say the Redskins are.
Dude, come on.
Dude,
Kyle.
no, Ralphie, I'm being serious. Ralphie, I'm being serious. I still see the Redskins as better than the Cowboys and the Giants. I still see it. Because the Cowboys didn't show me anything besides that one long bomb to, I believe it was Tavon Austin versus the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And the Redskins lost to the Colts last week.
We put up 9 points on that defense, dude.
Yeah, I know.
They suck.
At home.
Yeah, I know.
At home.
I know. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not. I just, out of all the teams, I think they all.
It's getting to a point where I'm like, does anybody fucking give us a test in the
Yeah.
NFC East? Like,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, I had the Giants because on paper, the Giants look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, just throw like
Now
all the
they
hate
just look
out for 'em.
horrible.
Yeah, they look very horrible.
Yeah, they look really bad. And fuck, we should win this division very easily.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
yeah.
easily.
Like it should be within like 4 games,
Mhm.
in my opinion. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, Wentz could have all the time in the world to come back and be in recovery. You don't have to like rush him back. Like, thank God he's at least 90%. That's what I'm hearing. So, hopefully it works out. And I can't wait. Last topic, anything goes. This is your time in the show for the fans. Ask us any questions, and we'll answer them. No politics, because I don't do that shit. And I'm going to start off by going back to the Phillies. All right? Now, Rob, what do you want this offseason as a Phillies fan? Like, do you want to get Machado and Harper? Do you want Clintack to be fired? Do you want Gabe Kapler to be fired? What's the biggest thing you want as a Phillies
I
fan?
want the GM and manager fired
You know-
immediately.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Like, you'd take that over Machado and Harper?
Probably, because at this rate, with the way these lineups are being put out, Machado and Harper are going to see this shit and say, oh, that's a reason to not sign here because we got a micromanaging D-bag who thinks he's hot shit with his own ego. And it's just they're not going to want to sign here.
Yeah, but with
So-
with Machado and Harper, you wouldn't have to over or under manage. Those are two elite talents. And if you have
Yeah,
talent
but
on
the lineup that the talent that we have on this team, it's so easy to make a lineup, man. It's so easy. You could fucking do it.
what talent?
Seriously.
Yeah, but what talent do you really have?
Hoskins.
We have Hoskins. We have Santana. We have
San-
fucking Roman Quinn. We have Nick Williams.
Odubel Herrera.
Fucking Odubel Herrera. It's not that hard. Cesar Hernandez. It's not that hard to make up a lineup. Wilson Ramos. It's not that hard to make a lineup.
No.
Yeah.
It's easy. You put fucking Hoskins in the 4-hole. You could either put Santana at the 3 or the 5-hole, and then Roman Quinn should be leading off every single game.
Yeah, I
Odubel
agree,
hits
yeah.
second. It's just the in-game managing to where, like I said last week, Odubel Herrera is on a 6-game hitting streak. Then the next night he sits.
Right.
Why is he sitting when he's on a 6-game hitting streak? You talk about confidence. Where the kid has confidence. Now you sit him, and now look at it. He's cold as ice. You know what I mean?
Does he hit
It's just
lefties
stupid.
better than righties or righties better than lefties?
I do, but if he's on a 6-game hitting streak, he's on fucking fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He should be playing every game. To me, Odubel Herrera should be playing every game. But like what Rob was saying, we're so handcuffed with the outfielders coming up. It's like, what do? You know,
Yeah.
we have
And
so
they
many
did
outfielders.
They did this too because Cornelius Randolph, he was drafted as a shortstop, and then they moved him to the outfields, and then they drafted Moniak. They could have had Barnegat, New Jersey's Jay Groom. They could have
Yeah.
had that other pitcher out of college, AJ Pook, who I believe the Athletics drafted.
Yeah.
And the Braves took somebody 2nd or 3rd overall too, which was a pitcher coming out of college. I don't remember who that was though.
Yeah.
I'd like to know. But they took this high school outfielder who's going to take longer to develop than a college baseball
Yeah.
player, a guy coming out of college.
Right.
And now they got so many outfielders coming up. It's like, Jesus Christ, like, what do we do?
Yeah,
So,
and it's not that hard. You put Reese at first. And then I mean. To be honest, I don't know why we got Carlos Santana because Carlos Santana is not an NL
That's
player.
what I
He's
said.
an AL
Yeah.
player.
That's what I said.
He's an AL player through thick and thin. He's a DH, first base sometimes if you need him to play first
Yeah.
base in the AL. That's all he is.
that's all he did with the Indians
Yep.
for the amount of time that he was on that team
Yep.
for.
It's a bad signing.
It was.
It is.
And that's
It
all
really is.
on Clentak.
Yep.
A lot of this shit is all on Clentak. And like I said, I like Arrieta, but he's not worth the freaking $20 million a year they're paying him.
Yeah. It's
So,
ridiculous.
no.
Yeah.
Wow, they're still getting no hit. It's
7th
it's
inning?
through the 7th. No, they have one hit. They got a hit.
Hey!
they got a hit.
It's not going to stop the Braves
Yep.
from dancing all over their field on us.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Pathetic ass team.
Hey, look who got the hit. Herrera got the hit.
yeah, it was a Duber Herrera.
And he'll be
I
on the
like-
bench tomorrow.
I like Odubel actually.
Yeah.
I
I
like
mean, yeah, me
Odubel.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Not just
do
because he
like
responds to people on Snapchat. I actually like him. But
Nah, but I don't mind the Phillies.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, and I honestly think you guys should go after Machado and Harper, like both of them. You can't just get one of them.
Oh,
You
I
have,
would
you have
too.
all
I
that
would
money
too.
sitting there. You might as well go grab somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd go get both of them. You guys have money to spend, just
Yeah.
do it, you
Yeah.
know? And you can't really rely on Trout. Like, I know you guys want Trout, but you can't rely on
that's
him
still
to come
2
here.
years down the line.
Yeah.
That's banking on something 2 years down the line. You know how much can happen in 2 years?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, you can't just rely on
plus,
him.
I heard Trout he's really going to look and see how much Harper and really going to be his camp, like his agent and him.
Uh-huh.
They're interested to see how much Machado and Harper get, so that way they know how much they ask
Yeah,
for.
Machado
agency.
or Harper is going to get stupid money.
$300
Stupid
million.
money. Yeah.
Harper would make more than Machado.
I mean, how
but
much did Cano make from the Mariners?
250,
150?
Jesus
250.
Christ.
250?
250.
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Yankees didn't want to sign him because
Yeah.
he was asking for way too much for what he produced,
And
and
the
he's
fuck-
lazy.
And the Mariners did it.
Yeah,
And they're winning
know.
ball games without him.
yeah.
And here's the thing with the American. This just goes to show how much better the American League is than the National League. The freaking Mariners and Rays are both 20 games over 500 right now.
The Rays are playing good ball.
Yeah, both of them teams are 20
Yeah.
games over 500 right now and still won't make
They
the
have no
playoffs.
shot
Yeah.
at making the playoffs.
They have like no shot at making the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Phillies and the Pirates and the Nationals are all freaking 500 teams with
Yeah.
remaining mathematical chances to make the playoffs. And then you got St. Louis and all them the Rockies who are like 15, maybe 10 games over
Yeah.
500, and all them teams are like actual playoff contenders. And you got the teams that are 500 baseball teams right now who have mathematical chance of making it.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Just goes
Yeah.
to show how much better the American League is.
Yeah, I totally agree with
Except
that.
for the AL Central, because the AL Central sucks. But
The Indians are pretty good. They're like the I'll compare them to the Dodgers right now.
yeah, but the
'Cause
next
the Dodgers have 83 wins.
they had no competition though in the AL Central. Like it was their division the whole year.
Well, the Twins were expected to be a wild card team, and they have just not.
They
got
cut the
going
one
this year.
player that got them there last year, Sano. What was his name? Sano?
Something like that.
Yeah, he got him. He was
I'll
a
tell you
power
what,
hitter last year.
The Yankees own that team. They
The
own
Twins,
their,
yeah,
they
easily.
Own, they
I'll
own
tell you
their
one team
soul.
you're lucky not playing the wild cards at the Orioles.
Oh my God! Right? I agree. You know, and we own that. We own the Oakland Athletics as well. Like we own these teams. Like I'd rather play Oakland.
What's the season series? The Yankees and A's this year. Who won?
I don't know. I just
I
know
know
historically.
the Athletics won the
look it up.
last series, but I don't know about that other series in New York.
Yeah, they have no shot at beating us in New York.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Dude, you can't just sit here and say they're just gonna win. That's why they play the games.
They
on
will
paper.
win. They have more
So
talent.
what are you gonna say when the Athletics upset them in
They
the
won't.
Bronx? What are you gonna say?
I'll be shocked.
I'll
There's,
be-
the talent doesn't match up.
You better hope that doesn't happen because I'm gonna be annoying to you.
It's fine. The talent does
I'm
not
gonna
match.
fucking annoy you and Antonio Costa.
And you'd have every right to. I don't see them losing. Like it's just it doesn't match up. You know, and you're in the Bronx with that noise. Forget about it. You know, I just don't.
Small market team, the A's are.
Yeah, I don't see it. And Billy Beane has stuck to the same fucking path he
And
has
that's
the whole
why,
time.
And that's why they have like 15 playoff appearances in the last 20 years and have yet to make it to the World Series.
yeah, because he goes by Moneyball.
Yeah.
and you can't do that. Like
small market philosophy is not going to get you over the hump.
No,
So
never.
that's why. Yeah, they have like 15 appearances in the postseason since 2000.
Yep.
And they have not 0 appearances in the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I think one ALCS appearances during that time, and they were swept out that one time they were in the ALCS.
I wonder if the Yankees-Red Sox series, like if they get past the Walker game, which I fully expect them to, if the Yankees-Red Sox series would be on while we're doing the show for that Saturday game. Because that would be the ALDS.
They could do a day game on a weekend.
Oh, shit. Yeah. No, but usually it's like a 1 o'clock game. Like
Yeah,
That's
they could do
Saturday,
a
right?
1
Yeah.
or 4 o'clock game, yeah.
Yeah, so that might be on. I might be going crazy. But yeah, let me read some more of these comments. Froston, your boy Travis. What up, guys? Can't wait for Wentz Appaloosa tomorrow. Yep, with you, guy. Dave Roska said Trout is going to stay with the Angels forever and ever. And he said, I repeat, Trout is going to stay with the Angels. I agree with you. I don't see him lose. I don't see him lose.
All right,
leaving LA.
season series. The season series. The it's 3-3. Yeah,
So it's tied.
because the Yankees took 2 out of 3 in New York. Athletics took 2 out of 3 in Oakland.
See?
Yep.
See, when it comes to home field.
The Yankees
There you go.
won 7, walked off on them 7-6 in the 11th inning, so that could very close.
And we're
Athletics,
and we're going to
but
start
it's
our best
3-3.
versus their best. So, I mean, they're going to lose.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the standings in the wild card right now?
I look
Plus
at it.
2 Yankees.
+2.
Last I checked, it was +2.5, so it's got to be around.
We'll,
the
we'll
2
close the
range.
gap. We're playing the Orioles.
And the Red Sox got Baltimore too.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah, the Red Sox are good. But playoffs are a whole different season. So,
A +1.5.
+1.5.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, they'll close that out.
You're lucky that Houston won the AL West, bro. You're lucky.
Well, one game against Justin Verlander is tough. Like,
Yeah,
I'll even admit that. That's why playing Oakland's a blessing, because they're throwing you a bunch of fucking farm system players that had a good year. That's what they're doing. Like, we'll see if they perform in the playoffs, but
Chris Davis has 45 home runs this year,
who
dude.
cares? Like, Chris
Okay.
Davis having a hot year.
And they got a couple young sluggers on that Athletics team. They can use that.
Who?
The Athletics.
Who? Who do they have?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
I know they got 3 guys with over 30 home runs.
Yeah, people just
They
want.
can use that Yankee
Listen.
Stadium to their advantage. That short porch out there. Oh boy.
Listen, I know everyone wants the Yankees to lose. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to. We're going to win another title. We're going to have 28, and people are going to have to deal with that. It's just how it is. You know, I could be cocky about that
You're
because
just saying that because you saw that list.
what list?
The Rockies and the Yankees.
Let me tell you something. If that happens again, we have something on our hands. So, there you go. And then the Red Sox would be labeled to win it next year. So,
They just go get Bryce Harper.
they probably would. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah,
I can
that's-
see that too. That's what's scary.
But that's an interesting theory. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can see that happening, which is scary.
Yeah.
So
And then they take them away from you guys.
I don't really like Harper's mentality and his
Come
attitude.
on.
No, he's a generational talent. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but I just don't like his attitude and his cockiness.
You got to take
I just don't like.
you
it.
got to take it away from that part. You have to bring in the best talent. And I think in your ballpark, being a bandbox that it is, he would elevate over the wall like almost every single time, and it would be easier, and he'd end up with 50 fucking home runs every single year. So you have to think about it in the business standpoint.
He's already asked Jason Worth about Philadelphia.
Yeah, and he said he.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. That's what Jason Worth said.
What did Worth say?
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Jay. I don't blame Jason Worth for leaving Philly either.
I don't. I've long said.
Huge contract.
I've long said I don't blame Jason Worth for leaving Philly at all.
Yeah, he was a big
It's
part.
just I didn't. But and then Jason Worth, once I kind of got the whole story behind some of the comments he's made over time, I actually don't mind the guy now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the guy when he was on the Nationals, just because not because he left Philadelphia when the Phillies would not offer him anything. I didn't like him because of the comments he made over the years during his years with Washington.
Yeah.
But once I heard the whole story behind it, I kind of got to all right. It's respectable now.
What about Hunter? What about Hunter Pence? Like he had the weirdest
That's
swing I've
not
ever seen.
his
But
fault. That's fucking dumb fuck Ruben Amaro's fault that he traded Hunter Pence in his 20s away
Yeah.
for fucking peanuts.
he's a good player.
Yeah, he wasn't a generational talent, but they traded him away right before he was ready to enter the prime of his career.
Yeah.
Like who the hell
Then he
does
goes
that?
and wins 2 with the Giants.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
The
I
Giants
just-
were a dynasty for a bit there.
5 years, yeah. We
Yeah.
had Linson come and freaking oh my god.
Brian
who-
Wilson.
Brian Wilson, yeah,
Yep.
those are closer.
Yep.
That-
Sergio
that's-
Romo.
That squad was
Baumgartner.
Yeah.
Yep.
That squad was lit, man. It was
Ridiculous.
It was a
when
good squad.
Bumgarner came in to close it out in the 6th inning against the Kansas City Royals, I was like, "That's it.
Yeah.
It's over." 'Cause he was lights out. It was
Yeah.
just ridiculous, but. Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm rooting for you guys this off season. Hopefully, you guys get some good talent so we can talk about something when it comes to the Phillies. And yeah, it should be interesting. But it's gonna
Hopefully
be.
Gabe's not here no more. But
He will be, but you just
think about it. Must win today, and we're getting no hit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I said, if Middleton gets involved and Klentak loses his job, I can very well see Kapler not being brought
Yeah.
back too.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Well, Klentak, I mean, how long has he been here for?
4 years, about to be
4
4
years.
years.
4 years.
Which, like I said, this
And all
is-
you heard
this
when
is
he
his
was
team
here
now.
was Manny. And the trade deadline came, and you still heard Manny. And then the Dodgers was like, oh, you know what? We'll just get one of our best prospects away. We'll give you a 26-year-old AAA player
Yeah.
in there as well. There you go, Baltimore.
Yeah.
And we had Hazley to give up. Oh, another
6-0 Sanchez.
another outfield prospect, which is close to being major
Yep.
league ready, Adam Hazley, who a first-round pick from a couple years ago, will be at AAA next year. Next year, you got Cornelius Randolph and him both close on the AAA team, close to making their MLB debuts.
Well, Joe Giglio said it was a sure thing that Machado was going to be a Philly the day of he got traded to the Dodgers.
Yeah, because Joe Giglio is an idiot.
Yeah, I can't disagree. You know, he also said Carson Wentz is the best QB in the league. So take that with what you want to make it. I think I think it's Rodgers, Brady,
I
then
think it's
Wentz.
and so do I.
Yeah, I think Wentz when he's healthy is up there. I really do. I just hope he stays that way, and I got to see it. But you know, gotta go Birds, baby. And anything else on the tube? We had something from Roska. He said the Warriors aren't gonna win the NBA championship this year.
I hope not.
You think it'd be the Lakers? Think the Lakers got a
Get
shot?
the fuck
We'll
out
take
of
the
here.
Warriors out for you guys.
Oh my God. All right, and your boy Travis saying
Trevor?
what? Yeah, what will Wentz stat line be for tomorrow? We got into this earlier.
I got into this earlier. I was here for that one.
Yeah.
That was before I just casually strolled in. Like
Rudely
nothing was
interrupted.
going on. But Philly. Oh, jeez, what the fuck? I say Wentz 22 for 30, 3 touchdowns, an interception, 3 touchdowns.
Damn, what was mine? I think mine was 22 for 28, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 275 through the air, and 25 rush yards. I don't expect him to have a great game tomorrow. I have him a serviceable game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Coming back off injury.
Going
Now,
to the game with Trevor.
if he has a great game tomorrow, I will
You're
go
gonna
on.
be blowing them.
I'll go on video and I'll be like, "Listen, this guy is a god, and for whatever happened to him, you know, he came back like nothing ever happened."
You're such a fucking flip flop.
I'm not a flip flopper.
Yeah, you
I call it how I see it. All right, that's just what I do. A lot of people don't like that.
With a couple of drinks in your system.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
It helps.
Baker Mayfield
It helps.
better than
I was impressed by Baker.
I was too.
I was
but
really
wasn't
impressed.
comparing him to Wentz.
I was just saying that because everyone was sucking Baker's cock on Twitter. I was like, and then I put Baker better than Wentz, and I was like, hold up now. So it's just one of those things. No, Wentz is better than Baker. Yeah, but Baker looked good. So call it how I saw it. So pretty much we have 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts you want to say for tomorrow?
Rutgers is still getting beat 35-6 by Buffalo.
at home.
And we'll still find a way to beat MSU. So it's
Is
all right.
that sad?
Yeah,
dude?
okay.
We're at home getting beat by Buffalo.
Have you guys won a game yet?
One.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
Texas.
we beat
State.
Texas State.
go. There you go.
It's like a
What,
prison team.
By 3? By 3?
That's like that team from what's that Gridiron Gang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The longest yard.
And the longest. Oh, it's 35-13 now.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Well, Buffalo's a good team to be fair.
They are good.
They're in
but
the MAC, but they're a
Come
good
on.
team. They are. They had Khalil Mack.
Oh
like-
my God!
I
Not
know.
anymore.
Yeah, but no, but they generate talent there.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, you know, they
No,
have
but the Rutgers should be back in the MAC.
they were in the Big
belong
East.
Back in the before the Big East folded.
Yeah.
If Rutgers was in the MAC, they'd be good.
Who was in the Big East? Was it Louisville? It was
Louisville,
Rutgers.
Syracuse,
Yeah,
UConn.
I was there.
Yeah, okay.
I was there for that Louisville game.
Pitt for a little bit.
Yeah. And everybody went their
Were you
separate
there for the
ways.
Louisville game in
I
06?
was. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was there. I was at the Connecticut game the week before
I was
too.
at Disney World watching that Rutgers game. I was like, oh my god.
And then the next week, fucking Brent Selleck fucked
goes
us up the
90
ass.
yards.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember
I
Cincinnati.
despised him.
I
And then he came on the Birds.
yeah.
Good old
No, but
Cincinnati.
you know who really, for Rutgers, really gave Rutgers a heartache for years?
Who?
The West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yeah, they did. And then we got
Every fucking year, Rutgers would lose to West Virginia, including that one year they could have got a BCS national title game.
All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for the Hooligans. It's another Saturday episode in the books. Fly goes fly. Go Wentz. Go Birds. We will see you next Saturday, and have a blessed day.
Yep.